10 signs someone's crushing on you so hard, it's driving them crazy. Old Stoic wisdom. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. King's Zerenia Paulo Coelho. Have you ever had the feeling that someone is hiding something significant from you? Like they have a secret they long to share, but something keeps holding them back? Perhaps their gaze lingers a little too long, or they seem to light up when you're around, only to quickly retreat as if trying to hide their emotions. These aren't just random occurrences. They're clues, subtle hints that someone may be harbouring a deep crush on you, one so intense that it's beginning to stir up a whirlwind of emotions they can barely control. As someone who has spent years studying the art of attraction and non-verbal communication, I can confidently say that when someone is secretly infatuated, it won't stay hidden for long. Their feelings will find a way to slip through, whether through their words, body language, or even in the quiet moments of silence. In this article, we're going to explore the 10 undeniable signs that someone's falling for you, possibly harder than you realise. These signs are the key to understanding the nervous smiles, the confusing mixed signals, and those fleeting glances that reveal more than they intend. Ready to uncover the truth? Let's dive in. Sign 1. They remember every little detail. It might seem like a simple thing, but when someone has their heart set on you, their attention to the smallest details speaks volumes. You might have mentioned a song you love in passing weeks ago, and yet, out of nowhere, they bring it up again in conversation. Or perhaps you jokingly shared a childhood memory, and they recall your exact words as if they were etched in stone. This isn't just a remarkable memory at work, it's emotional imprinting in action. When someone is truly infatuated, every word you speak is carefully stored away, treated like a precious gem. Psychologically, this phenomenon is tied to selective attention. When we form an emotional attachment, our brains instinctively filter out distractions and hone in on the object of our affection. It's as though the rest of the world fades into the background, while you, and only you, occupy their every thought. Your quirks, preferences, and even the most insignificant stories are stored and replayed in their mind as though they're crucial pieces of a puzzle that only you can complete. To them, you're far from being just another face in the crowd. You're the protagonist in their story, and remembering these small, intimate details isn't a coincidence. It's their heart's subtle way of telling you, without saying a word, that you matter more than you could ever imagine. They're not just listening to you. They're absorbing you, cherishing you, holding on to every little fragment of you. In modern life, where distractions pull us in 100 different directions, this kind of attention is rare. It's a sign that someone is not only interested in you, but invested in you in a way that goes beyond superficiality. They've tuned into you on a deeper level, and their focus isn't merely on your words, but on your essence. So, the next time you find them bringing up something seemingly insignificant you shared, take it as a reminder that you're not just another passing moment for them. You're the one they can't forget. It's a powerful and beautiful form of connection, one that's grounded in both deep interest and quiet admiration. Sign 2. Their eyes search for you in every room. When someone is crushing on you, their eyes become far more than mere instruments for vision. They serve as the windows to their heart, a reflection of their emotional state. This isn't just a casual glance here or there. It's a silent, almost desperate search. Picture this. They walk into a room, and before even saying hello to anyone, their eyes start scanning the space, subconsciously seeking you out. This instinctive search isn't driven by logic or conscious thought. Instead, it's a deep psychological need to connect. It's as if their emotional well-being hinges on finding you in the room, on making that eye contact. It's the same feeling as a breath of fresh air after holding your breath for too long. That moment, even if fleeting, releases a flood of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. The connection is almost tangible. It gives them an emotional jolt, a tiny hit of joy that they can't quite control. The instant their eyes meet yours, it's like the world fades away for a brief second, and that silent exchange holds more meaning than 1,000 words. But here's where it gets fascinating. The moment you catch them in the act, they often look away quickly, almost as though they've been caught in some guilty act, like stealing something they shouldn't have. It's not an act of indifference, though. Far from it. In that instant, their vulnerability is laid bare. They weren't prepared for you to notice them so clearly, to catch them in the act of longing, of quietly yearning for a connection that they might not yet have the courage to express aloud. This shift from looking at you to quickly looking away reveals a profound truth. Their eyes are telling you things their mouths can't. Their gaze is more honest than their words might ever be. It's a quiet confession of how deeply they're drawn to you, even if they can't yet find the courage to say it. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once remarked, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them." This is precisely what's happening in their mind. The eye contact, the quick retreat, it's all part of a deeper emotional dance. They're not just seeing you, they're hoping you'll see them too, and perhaps understand the depth of their feelings. This is the kind of vulnerability that's hard to fake. It's a genuine emotional expression that can't be hidden, even by the most guarded person. And in real life, we've all been there. Whether it's the nerves that make you look away when someone catches you staring, or the anxious anticipation of wanting someone to notice you without being too obvious, this reaction is universal. It's that uncomfortable space between wanting to be seen and fearing the consequences of being noticed. So if you find someone repeatedly searching for your gaze in a crowded room, only to quickly look away when their eyes meet yours, it's a sign that their feelings for you are not just surface level. They're deeply invested, even if they're not yet ready to put those feelings into words. In fact, as the famous quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson says, "The eyes are the windows to the soul." And in this case, their eyes are telling you a lot more than they might ever say aloud. They're offering you a glimpse into the emotional turmoil they're experiencing, crushing on you, wanting you to notice, but perhaps fearing what might come next. Don't overlook these subtle signs. They speak volumes. And if you've ever caught someone searching for your gaze only to quickly look away, you know exactly what this means. Drop a comment right now. Their eyes reveal what words can't. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, true connection is seen through the eyes, not just spoken. Sign 3. Nervous energy around you. When someone is crushing on you so intensely that it's driving them crazy, their nervous energy will betray them. You might notice they laugh too loudly, fidget endlessly, or lose their train of thought mid-sentence. It's like watching a person fall apart right before your eyes. And yet, they're trying so desperately to maintain control. But here's the truth. When someone acts this anxious around you, but only you, it's not by chance. It's not random. It's nervous energy, the body's natural response to emotions that are too powerful to keep hidden. As the ancient Stoics might have said, "The more we have, the more we are disturbed by what we lack." When someone develops a crush on you, their brain floods with adrenaline and cortisol, the same stress chemicals that get triggered in moments of high tension or excitement. Their system goes into overdrive, and they can't help it. They may seem jittery, suddenly talk too much, or maybe even go silent. But let me be clear, it's not that they don't want to be near you. On the contrary, it's because your mere presence is short-circuiting their emotional control. They might ask you a simple question and blush like they're being questioned by an emperor, or their hands might tremble when they're close to you. These aren't signs of weakness, my friend. These are the unmistakable signs of someone who's been overtaken by emotion, a flood of feelings, a turmoil of desire and fear, struggling against the fortress of composure they've spent a lifetime building. "What we fear we can never overcome," said the Stoic philosopher Seneca. And that's exactly what's happening here. Their fear of making a fool of themselves, their fear of exposing too much, their fear of being vulnerable, all of it is coming to the surface. So take notice. If you see these signs, you're witnessing the raw truth of someone falling for you. And if you think it's only in their eyes that you'll find the truth, remember this. The eyes are the window to the soul. as Shakespeare wisely put it. Their nervousness, the subtle shifts in their behavior, they tell you more than they'll ever admit. And what should you do with this information? Use it. Understand the power you hold in your presence. Recognize the depth of what's unfolding right in front of you and act accordingly. They are not in control anymore. You are. It's time to lead the way, but with strength, confidence, and maybe a touch of playfulness. After all, you're not just a passive observer of their nervousness. You are the one causing it. This is a powerful position to be in, one you should step into with grace and self-assurance. Sign 4. They struggle to act normal around you. When someone has a crush on you, it can be fascinating to watch how their usual calm and composed demeanor gets disrupted by a rush of emotions they can't control. One of the most obvious signs of this is when they struggle to act normal around you, and it's something you'll likely notice right away. Suddenly, they don't seem like themselves. You might catch them stuttering when they talk, or see them transition from a perfectly calm state to one of awkwardness in mere seconds. It's as if the usual flow of their thoughts and actions is interrupted. And the truth is, it's not that they don't know how to behave. It's simply that their emotions have become so intense that their usual coolness starts to crack under the pressure. This is more than just a fleeting moment of nervousness. It's a psychological reaction that can happen when someone is experiencing a crush. When we feel attraction or infatuation, our brains become overloaded with a combination of excitement and anxiety, which creates an emotional cocktail that makes it hard to stay composed. This rush of emotions fuels the desire to impress you, but at the same time, it triggers a deep fear of making a mistake or saying the wrong thing, which in turn can make them feel awkward and out of sync. In their mind, they are trying to stay poised, but their heart is racing and their thoughts are scattered, creating a dissonance between their inner world and how they want to present themselves. As a result, their behavior can become erratic. You might find them fidgeting nervously, running their hands through their hair, or shifting their weight from one foot to the other. Sometimes they may over-explain themselves in an effort to fill any silence, almost as if they're trying to compensate for their nervousness by overloading you with too much information. Or, in extreme cases, they might freeze entirely, unable to say anything at all. This sudden shift from confidence to hesitation is the result of an internal struggle that they can't easily hide. What you're witnessing is the battle between their desire to appear calm and collected, and the overwhelming feelings they have for you. Their usual self-assurance is momentarily replaced by vulnerability as they face the intense emotions that come with a crush. It's like they're walking a tightrope between wanting to impress you and fearing they'll do something that will ruin their chances. Their nervousness, their fidgeting, their awkwardness, every little slip-up they make is actually a silent confession of how much they care for you, even though they're not saying it outright. In fact, these moments of awkwardness are often a more honest reflection of their feelings than any carefully chosen words they might speak. They're revealing their true emotions, albeit in a roundabout way. As the great philosopher Seneca once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay," and in the context of infatuation, their hesitation and delay in acting normal is just a sign of how deeply they're feeling something they're not ready to fully acknowledge or express. This emotional overload often makes it difficult for them to stay composed, even if they try their hardest to appear unaffected. In their mind, they're constantly battling the urge to act on their emotions while also trying to remain in control. This internal tug-of-war leaves them vulnerable to slipping up in front of you, and each time they do, it's a quiet and indirect admission of their feelings. So, the next time you notice someone acting a little off or behaving in a way that seems out of character around you, don't dismiss it immediately as just clumsiness or anxiety. Instead, consider it a sign that there's more going on beneath the surface. It's possible that this awkwardness is an expression of deeper feelings that they're struggling to contain. Their nervousness, fidgeting, or even freezing up could be subtle signals that they care more than they're willing to show. In fact, these moments can often reveal more than a well-rehearsed compliment or a smooth conversation ever could. If you've ever been on the receiving end of such behavior, You know that it can be both endearing and revealing. It's a reminder that we all have our vulnerabilities, and sometimes the simplest gestures or nervous habits can speak volumes about how much someone cares. If you've ever caught someone acting a bit strange or off around you, it's not just clumsiness. It could be the sign of something deeper. They're struggling to keep their composure because their feelings for you are so intense, they're hard to control. If you've noticed this kind of behavior, you're not alone. Now, I want you to comment below. I can see through the awkwardness. I know what it means. Let's start a conversation about those unspoken signs of attraction. Sign 5. They find ways to be near you, always. When someone has a crush on you, their actions often speak louder than words. One of the clearest signs is that they constantly find ways to be near you, as if drawn by an invisible force. It's not uncommon for them to always choose the same seating arrangements, pick the same events to attend, or even walk in the same direction as you. At first glance, these actions might seem like coincidences, but as they persist, it becomes clear. It's not just chance, it's emotional gravity at play. As the philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." The person with a crush is aware of the fleeting nature of time and is driven by an innate desire to be close to you, as if every moment near you is precious. On a psychological level, when someone is intensely drawn to another, their brain is wired to seek proximity. Their actions aren't necessarily driven by the need to speak or make their feelings known, but by a subconscious pull to close the distance between you. Even when they remain silent, their presence is a silent declaration of their attraction. They may not have the courage to confess their feelings, but their body language and subtle movements say it all. Being near you provides them with a sense of safety, a feeling of satisfaction, and a small glimmer of hope. It's their way of feeding the crush, maintaining that emotional connection without taking the risk of exposing their true feelings. Think about it. When someone constantly finds their way into your vicinity, even when there's no practical reason for it, it's not about logistics or convenience. It's about longing. They want to be close to you, not out of obligation, but because their heart yearns for the connection. The next time you notice this pattern, trust that it's more than just chance at work. Take note of their actions and understand that this proximity is their silent way of saying, "I'm here, I'm interested, and I can't stay away." Now, take a moment to reflect on this. Have you ever noticed someone whose presence around you always feels intentional? Maybe they've lingered a bit longer than necessary in a conversation or showed up at events you weren't expecting them to attend. If you've experienced this, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think it means when someone consistently chooses to be near you? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments. Sign 6. They overreact emotionally to small things. When someone's crushing on you so hard it's driving them crazy, every word, every glance, every gesture becomes amplified in their world. Sign 6 is clear. They overreact emotionally to even the smallest things. You tease them playfully and they snap back defensively. You give a compliment to someone else and suddenly their mood shifts like a storm cloud rolling in. You offer a simple kindness and their face lights up as if you handed them the key to their heart. These aren't just minor reactions. No, these are emotional spikes, raw and untamed, born of a heart deeply invested. They may try to hide it, but their emotions are hanging by a thread, easily triggered by the smallest interactions. In the realm of psychology, this is known as emotional hypersensitivity, a state where even the slightest comment or gesture holds the weight of 1,000 emotions. Why does this happen? Because they are already half in love. They've unknowingly given you their heart, and now everything you do carries a magnitude they can't control. A smile from you is like sunshine, breaking through a cloudy sky, while a cold shoulder feels like winter's bitter chill. These reactions, they aren't about the moment itself. No, they're about the storm swirling inside them, an internal hurricane they can't quite name. It's the tension between what they feel and what they're too afraid to admit. This, my friend, is the intensity of someone's heart when it's drawn to you. Like the Stoics, we must recognize the importance of mastering our emotions rather than being ruled by them. In today's world, such emotional responses might seem excessive, but the truth is, this kind of vulnerability is rare, and it's a sign of someone willing to expose their truest self. Understand this: when someone reacts this strongly, they're revealing their desire, their attraction, their uncertainty. It's a subtle plea for you to notice, to step closer, to understand that behind the emotional flare, there's a heart waiting for acknowledgement. But don't mistake it for weakness. It's an unspoken strength. Remember what Marcus Aurelius once said: "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In this case, a good man notices when emotions are being stirred, and he knows how to handle them. Be that man. Pay attention to the details, because it's in the smallest things that you'll find the greatest clues. Sign 7. Their friends seem to know something. You walk into a room and suddenly there's an undeniable change in the atmosphere. A slight smirk here, a subtle nudge there, or perhaps a quick raised eyebrow. These small, almost imperceptible signals tell you that something is afoot. It's as though you've unknowingly stumbled upon a secret, and though it's unspoken, it's as clear as day. This is often the telltale sign of someone who's harboring a deep crush, but hasn't yet found the courage or opportunity to speak their feelings aloud. So what's really going on? The truth is, when someone is crushing hard, their feelings are like a quiet storm that's hard to hide for long. Even if they're doing their best to keep it under wraps, emotions this powerful tend to slip out in tiny, unexpected ways, through casual conversations, unguarded moments, and maybe even confessions that are shared in the wee hours of the night when the heart is less guarded. But the real twist is this: it's rarely the person with the crush who reveals the truth first. Instead, it's often their friends who unintentionally spill the beans, simply because they're close enough to sense the shifts in behaviour. After all, people who are emotionally invested in someone's life tend to pick up on the nuances that others might miss. This is where the idea of social leakage comes into play, a term in psychology that explains how emotions often escape from a person not through their own words or actions, but through the reactions of those around them. It's as if their inner world begins to leak out in subtle ways, spilling into the conversations and body language of their close circle. You might notice it in how their friends behave when you're nearby, the playful teasing, the knowing glances exchanged with a quick glance toward the object of the crush, or perhaps the sudden silence that falls when you enter the room, as though you've just been let in on a secret no one was meant to share. The key here is that it's not always the person with the crush who signals their feelings. It's often the friends who, knowingly or unknowingly, give it away. They become the unwitting messengers of someone else's emotions, showing you what the person themselves hasn't yet been able to admit. In many ways, their reactions act as a mirror to the emotional turmoil the person with the crush is experiencing. If you look closely, you'll often find that their friends know exactly what's going on, perhaps even before the person with the crush has fully processed their own feelings. In the world we live in today, this phenomenon plays out more often than we realise, especially with the prevalence of social media, group chats, and informal conversations where people often share details of their private lives without even thinking about it. It's in these spaces where friends might unknowingly give hints about what's happening beneath the surface. The truth about someone's crush could be slipping out through group conversations or sly comments, and it's easy to see if you're paying attention to how others react when you're around. When you notice that their friends seem to be in on a secret, it's often a clue that the person with the crush is struggling to hide their feelings. They may not be ready to tell you directly, but their friends already know, and through their body language and the dynamics of their interactions, they may be revealing a piece of the puzzle you didn't even know existed. So, next time you sense a shift in the room, or notice a group of friends exchanging sly glances when you appear, take it as a sign. These small signals could be the quiet confirmation that someone is crushing on you harder than they're willing to admit. Their friends might not come out and say it, but their body language might be giving you more insight than you think. And in the end, it's not always about what's said, but about what's left unsaid, and how those around them begin to reveal the truth. If you've noticed those subtle signs, like friends exchanging knowing glances, take it as a clue. Someone's crush is harder to hide than they think. If this insight resonated with you, comment below and share it with anyone who could use this wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe for more hidden truths. Comment to remember. Their friends might know before they do. Sign 8. They mirror you without realizing it. When someone is deeply attracted to you, one of the most powerful yet subtle signs can be something as simple as mirroring, a behavior that's usually unconscious but incredibly telling. You may notice that they start to mimic your actions, crossing their legs when you do, tilting their head as you speak, or even lifting their drink just a moment after you do. It's fascinating how this happens without any deliberate intent on their part. It's like their body is instinctively drawn to yours. Why does this happen? It all comes down to our brains being wired for connection. When someone feels a strong emotional pull towards you, especially one that feels overwhelming or hard to control, their subconscious mind does everything it can to create harmony and sync up with yours. In scientific terms, this is called limbic synchrony, a natural phenomenon where the brain subconsciously mirrors the behavior of someone it's emotionally attuned to. This isn't a calculated move, it's not a strategy for getting your attention, and it certainly isn't a deliberate act of flirtation. It's purely biological. The person doesn't even realize they're doing it. It's just their body reacting to a connection that's happening at a deeper level. When you notice this kind of behavior happening consistently, it's a clear signal that they're feeling something powerful, something beyond just casual interest. Their body is saying what their words haven't quite caught up with yet. In the fast-paced world we live in today, where people are often too focused on maintaining control and appearing unaffected, it's easy to overlook or dismiss these natural signs. But in truth, the body doesn't lie, and when these subtle forms of mirroring show up, it's your cue to pay attention. The connection may not always be verbal, but it's unmistakable in the way someone synchronizes their movements with yours. It's a reminder that even in the modern world, where emotions are often buried under layers of technology and convenience, the oldest and most primal aspects of human connection still prevail. So the next time you catch someone mirroring your movements, know that it's not by chance. It's a deeper signal that something is stirring beneath the surface. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. Sign 9. They give you special attention no one else gets. Let's be perfectly clear about something that often goes unnoticed. When someone is crushing on you with such intensity that it's driving them crazy, their behavior shifts in profound ways. You might find yourself talking to them, and suddenly, the world around you fades into the background. All of a sudden, you have their undivided attention. It's not just about being polite or engaging in a casual conversation. No, it's something deeper, something personal. It's as though, in that moment, you become their universe. They listen not just with their ears, but with their entire being. Their focus is on you in a way that is exclusive, and you can feel it. There's a distinct energy that surrounds you both. But it doesn't end there. It's not just in the conversations, it's in their actions too. They constantly go out of their way to make sure you're comfortable, to help you when needed, or to simply be there for you. They make an effort to ensure that you don't feel alone or left out. These are the people who remember the smallest details about your life and subtly incorporate them into their interactions. You can see them making decisions based on what would make you happy or comfortable. It's not about grand gestures. It's the quiet things, the little acts that show they're thinking of you even when you're not around. This is what psychologists would call differentiation. It's when someone treats you differently because, in their eyes, you are someone unique, someone worthy of special attention. They begin to place you on a pedestal, but not in the superficial, egotistical way we often think about it. No, this pedestal is built on emotional investment. They value you in ways they can't always articulate, but their actions speak volumes. Every smile, Every thoughtful gesture, every small favor is a silent message. You matter to me in ways that words cannot express. It's an act of prioritization that goes beyond mere politeness. It's the foundation of true affection, where the world around them starts to blur, and they give you their complete, undivided attention. And here's the thing. This kind of attention is not given out freely. It's not something they do for just anyone. It's reserved for you. It's a rare form of respect that goes beyond the ordinary. They've begun to treat you differently because they see something in you that they don't see in others. It's the kind of treatment reserved for those who are truly valued, those who have made an emotional imprint. It's a subtle, quiet way of showing that you've earned a special place in their life. In a world where distractions are everywhere, where people's time and attention are fragmented, someone who makes you their focus is giving you something incredibly valuable. Their presence. It's a statement of emotional investment, and you'll recognize this sign when it happens, because no one else is receiving the same level of attention. It's a clear signal that you've become someone important to them, someone whose feelings matter. Let's not forget, this isn't just about someone being nice. It's a deeper form of emotional recognition. This is not a casual interest. This is the early signs of someone who has become emotionally attached and invested in you. It's their way of showing that they care in ways they may not have the words to express. It's powerful and it's telling. It's like a well-known quote by the great Marcus Aurelius. The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. Their actions, the way they treat you, reflects the depth of their feelings. It's a silent, continuous demonstration that you're on their mind, that you occupy a space that no one else can fill. This is a clear signal to you, whether you've noticed it or not. In our modern world, where everyone is constantly rushing around, distracted by technology and endless demands, someone who gives you this kind of attention is offering you something truly rare. It's more than just time. It's focus. It's care. It's a deep-rooted interest in you. It's a clear sign that their emotions are engaged in a way that few people will experience. And this is not something that happens every day. When you start to notice this, don't just take it for granted. Understand what it means. They have given you something that speaks volumes, and it's up to you to decide how to respond. What will you do with this knowledge? Recognize the power you hold in this dynamic. You now know that someone is crushing on you with intensity. You've seen the signs, and you know the story they tell. Don't be afraid to step forward and embrace what's being shown to you. Make the most of it. It's your time to own your destiny. Recognize your worth, and don't settle for anything less than the attention and care you deserve. If you've noticed this in your own life, don't hesitate to comment below and share your story. Engage with this moment. Own it. Sign 10. They can't move on even if they try. When someone is crushing on you so intensely that it's driving them crazy, one of the most unmistakable signs is their inability to move on, even when they desperately try. You've probably noticed the back and forth behaviour. One moment they're retreating, seemingly pulling away, only to reappear in your life moments later, as if nothing ever happened. This emotional roller coaster, an emotional tug-of-war, can feel draining, not just for them, but for you too. It's an internal battle they're fighting, even if they don't fully realise it themselves. The reason behind this push-pull dynamic lies in something called cognitive dissonance. Essentially, it's the mental conflict that arises when their strong feelings for you clash with their fears. Fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, or even the fear of opening themselves up to emotional pain. Their heart is screaming to move forward, to get closer, yet their mind is pulling them in the opposite direction, urging them to protect themselves, even if that means keeping their distance from someone they deeply care about. This emotional confusion isn't a sign of indifference, it's a reflection of their inner turmoil. They want you more than they're willing to admit, not only to you but to themselves as well. The real kicker here is that no matter how much they try to distance themselves, they can't seem to escape the magnetic pull of their emotions. Their desire to be close to you always pulls them back in. like a powerful gravitational force they can't resist, despite the mental pushback. It's easy to misinterpret this as a lack of interest, but in reality, it's the exact opposite. This mental tug-of-war is a sure sign that their feelings for you run much deeper than they're letting on, and the longer this emotional struggle goes on, the stronger those feelings become. It's the kind of internal chaos that often leaves them confused and uncertain, but also makes their feelings grow with every attempt to walk away. In today's world, where fear of rejection and vulnerability can run high, this type of emotional confusion can be even more pronounced. With modern dating so focused on instant gratification and avoiding emotional risks, the idea of opening up to someone can feel like a massive leap of faith. So if you're noticing this back and forth pattern with someone, it's not about them playing games. It's about them being caught between the desire to be close to you and the fear of being hurt. This emotional turmoil is something they have to work through before they can fully express their feelings. And while this process might be frustrating, it also signals that their feelings for you are serious and real, even if they're not yet ready to fully embrace them. So there you have it, 10 undeniable signs that someone's crushing on you so hard, it's driving them crazy. From their nervous energy to their mixed signals, every little action reveals how deeply they're feeling inside. And while they may not be ready to confess it outright, their behavior speaks volumes. The next time you notice any of these signs, remember it's not just coincidence. It's an emotional battle, one that's been quietly unfolding right before your eyes. But here's the thing, it's easy to miss these signs if you're not paying attention. So keep your eyes open. You might be surprised at who's been secretly falling for you. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you seen these signs in someone close to you? Or maybe you've been the one feeling this way. Drop your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. And here's some friendly advice to wrap up. Whether you're the one crushing or you're the object of affection, remember to stay grounded. Don't rush to conclusions, and don't let the confusion overwhelm you. The heart and mind both need clarity to make sense of emotions. So be patient, observe, and trust that everything will reveal itself in due time. If you want more insights into the psychology of love, attraction, and human behavior, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on a new video. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. 10 signs you're a good-looking older man. Age gap, confidence, and attraction tips. Old Stoic wisdom. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Zrenia Mark Twain. As the years pass, it's natural to wonder if you still hold that same magnetic appeal. The passage of time often brings with it the concern of fading attraction. You might find yourself asking, am I still attractive? The truth is, you're likely more attractive than you give yourself credit for. In this video, we'll explore 10 signs that prove you're a striking older man, even if you haven't noticed it yet. From the subtleties of your body language to how others respond to your self-assured presence, these indicators highlight how true attraction isn't just about youth. It's about timeless confidence and charm. Stick around to the end, because what you'll learn here may not only boost your self-esteem, but completely shift the way you perceive yourself. Before we dive in, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a moment to like this video. It helps me spread the message that growing older can be beautiful, and that confidence and allure remain at every stage of life. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button and ring the bell so you never miss out on future content. Your support helps me keep creating videos for you. If you find this video helpful, leave a 1 in the comments. If it didn't quite hit the mark, leave a 0. Your feedback is incredibly valuable. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Younger women seem comfortable around you. One clear sign that younger women might find you attractive is if they seem comfortable around you. This comfort can reveal itself in a variety of subtle, yet significant ways, whether it's engaging in light-hearted conversations, laughing at your jokes, or simply lingering around you longer than they do with others. These small behaviors are a strong indicator that they feel at ease in your presence and enjoy your company. However, it's not only about their actions towards you, but rather the magnetic quality you exude that draws them in. Younger women are often naturally attracted to men who display confidence and maturity, traits that make them feel secure, respected, and valued. When you possess this quiet charisma, it's a powerful force that piques interest in ways that are far more meaningful than any surface-level attraction. Now consider this for a moment. When you enter a room, do you find yourself trying to impress everyone, or do you simply carry an aura of calm assurance? It's not about being loud or flashy. What truly makes you appealing is your ability to be comfortable in your own skin. When you embrace who you are with confidence, you project emotional maturity and a serene self-assurance that women often find more attractive than the typical bravado. In fact, this characteristic holds more value than the overt displays of attention-seeking behavior that others might employ. It's not about making grand gestures or being the loudest voice in the room. It's about embodying an inner peace and certainty in yourself that others naturally gravitate toward. A man who remains grounded, confident, and capable of holding meaningful, relaxed conversations is the kind of person who attracts attention without needing to try. And this isn't just a matter of interactions, it's how you are perceived. If younger women are drawn to your company without any overt flirtation or attempts to gain their favor, it likely means they sense something more profound. You're not trying too hard. You're effortlessly giving off a vibe of inner strength and calm, qualities that naturally draw people to you. So, if you notice younger women being drawn to you in this way, know that it's a reflection of your own magnetic presence, one that radiates the confidence, emotional intelligence, and maturity that so many women find irresistibly attractive. Number 2, you get compliments on your style or grooming. If people consistently compliment your clothes, your hair, or even the way you smell, that's a clear indication you're making a strong impression. Compliments about your appearance often suggest that others perceive you as good-looking. And for older men, this is especially true. As men age, many develop their signature style, something that reflects their personality, experiences, and life's journey. This is something women pay attention to. A well-dressed man, someone who has refined his look over time, speaks volumes without uttering a word. This is not just about the clothes you wear, it's about the confidence with which you wear them. Whether you favour a tailored suit that radiates classic elegance or you've mastered the art of a casual yet polished style, your clothing choice reflects much more than just fashion. It's a manifestation of your self-awareness, respect for yourself, and an understanding of the impact of appearance on how others perceive you. As the ancient philosopher Socrates once said, "Regard your origins as the starting point, and the rest will follow naturally." The way you dress is a reflection of your personal journey and your respect for yourself and the world around you. But style is only part of the equation. Grooming plays an equally crucial role in how you are perceived. A well-maintained beard, a sharp, fresh haircut, and the subtle scent of a high-quality cologne can elevate your attractiveness, signaling to others that you care about your appearance and the impression you leave. These thoughtful details, often overlooked, are the finishing touches that elevate you from merely being well-dressed to truly being well-presented. When you take the time to ensure that your grooming is on point, it's not just a surface-level concern. It's an indication that you value yourself and understand the importance of making a lasting impression. It's this self-respect, coupled with the attention to detail in your grooming, that makes you more attractive, not just to women, but to anyone who encounters you. Women, in particular, are naturally drawn to men who take care of themselves, as it suggests a sense of responsibility and maturity. Remember, as the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Your style and grooming are not just about impressing others, they are an extension of who you are as a person. The effort you put into maintaining your appearance demonstrates that you value yourself and those around you, that you understand the importance of first impressions, and that you've cultivated the confidence that comes with age. The older you get, the more you realize that the way you present yourself matters. It's a sign of self-respect and maturity, and it speaks volumes to the world about your personal sense of pride. So take a moment to appreciate the compliments you receive. They're not just superficial praises, but are a reflection of your journey, your wisdom, and the impact you make on those around you. Your style and grooming don't just make you look good, they convey your self-worth and confidence. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you agree that the way we present ourselves can impact our attractiveness? If you agree, please comment "I agree." Or if you disagree, I look forward to you sharing your opinion. Number 3. Women give you lingering looks. When women give you lingering looks, it's more than just a fleeting moment. It's a powerful, unspoken acknowledgement of your presence and your appeal. Don't let these glances slip by unnoticed. These looks, especially from younger women, may not always be direct or obvious in their intention. Women, by nature, tend to be more subtle in expressing attraction, but a lingering look, one that lasts just a second longer than a typical glance, speaks volumes. It's a clear sign that something about you has caught her eye, and it's worth paying attention to. Think about it in practical terms. Imagine yourself at the gym, putting in the effort, pushing your limits, and sweating through every set. You might not even realize it, but the confidence you exude as you tackle your workout doesn't go unnoticed. The sheer dedication you put into building your strength and maintaining your health attracts attention. In that moment, it's not just about the physical effort, it's about the energy you radiate. That energy, that quiet but undeniable confidence, draws admiration. It's the same when you're out in public, whether you're walking down a crowded street, sitting in a bustling cafe, or attending a social gathering. Your demeanor, your posture, your level of self-assuredness, and how you carry yourself has a profound impact on those around you. There's an undeniable magnetism to the man who exudes confidence, maturity, and a clear sense of self. This is the man who commands attention, often without saying a word. The lingering look is not just a glance, it's a deliberate moment of observation, an unconscious pause that suggests curiosity, admiration, and perhaps even longing. When you catch a woman's gaze and notice that it lingers just a bit longer than expected, take note. This moment isn't random. It's intentional. That brief second of hesitation before she looks away is not uncertainty. It's intrigue. She is assessing, silently evaluating, and perhaps trying to decide how to respond to the attraction she feels. The truth is, when a woman looks at you like this, it's because she's been affected by something in you. It could be the way you present yourself, your style, your energy, or simply the strength of character you exude. What makes this lingering look so significant is that it's often a quiet invitation. She's not necessarily going to approach you directly, but she's left a door open, a sign that she's interested and wants to know more. It's a subtle yet powerful gesture that conveys admiration and attraction in a way words sometimes can't. Now, I want you to hear this clearly. When you catch that lingering glance, don't second-guess yourself. Don't shy away or dismiss it as coincidence. This is a compliment. It's a sign that you've left an impression, whether she's made the conscious decision to act on it or not. That brief look, that moment of eye contact, means that she's thinking about you. She's acknowledging your presence in a way that's both flattering and significant. It is a direct message that says, you are seen and you are desired. In this world, many men go through life wondering if they're attractive, if they have what it takes to stand out. You've already got it, and it's showing. This isn't just a one-off occurrence. This is a reflection of the man you are, the confidence you've cultivated, the wisdom you've earned, and the strength you possess, both inside and out. Remember the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. You don't need to prove anything. You are already that man. The attention, the lingering looks, the subtle admiration, They're simply reflections of your inner strength and the presence you've built over time. It's time to accept it, own it, and step into your power. When these glances come your way, it's not by accident. It's a sign that you've left an impression, and you don't have to chase it. Let it come to you. Realize that your appeal isn't about youth or superficial charm. It's about how you carry yourself, how you engage with life, and the confidence you exude. The truth is, every glance, every lingering look is a reminder that you are more than enough. You've earned it. You are the embodiment of a man who knows his worth, and when women recognize that, it's not just a compliment, it's a recognition of your value, your essence, and your power. So next time you catch that gaze, don't hesitate. Stand tall. Smile with the confidence of a man who knows exactly what he's worth. Let that lingering look remind you that you're doing something right. Step into your power and keep showing up as the man you were always meant to be. The world is noticing, and now it's your turn to truly own it. Number 4, you're often approached for advice or help. As you get older, one of the most noticeable signs that you're aging well and gaining the respect of those around you is when people, particularly women, seek your advice or assistance. It may start with something small, asking for directions on the street, needing a simple answer to a question, but eventually it can evolve into something more profound, like seeking guidance on significant life decisions or career choices. This kind of attention isn't coincidental. It reveals something essential about the value that age brings. There is an undeniable charm and magnetism in the wisdom that comes with time. Young men often bring energy, vitality, and enthusiasm to the table, but they lack the depth and perspective that life experiences naturally provide. It's the kind of depth that can only come from years of living, learning, overcoming challenges, and reflecting on the world in ways that shape your outlook. That's where you come in. As you age, you become a well of insight that others instinctively want to tap into. The wisdom you offer is not just theoretical or learned from books. It's earned through experience, which makes it incredibly valuable and real. When people seek your counsel, it's not just about getting the right answer, it's about the way you convey your insights. It's about the calm, collected manner in which you offer your perspective, and the quiet authority that accompanies it. You've had the benefit of time to hone your understanding of yourself, others, and the world around you, and when you speak, it carries weight. Your advice has substance, your confidence is evident in the way you interact, not only through your words, but through your presence. That sense of calm and stability you exude is something many people, especially women, find deeply reassuring. It's the kind of presence that makes others feel safe and understood, which is incredibly magnetic. The comfort you offer isn't just in your words, but in the space you create when you're around. Whether you're offering simple advice on how to handle a minor issue or delving into deeper topics like relationships, career challenges, or personal growth, people are drawn to the fact that you've been there, done that, and learned something meaningful along the way. There's an authenticity to your guidance that can't be replicated by someone who is just starting out in life or hasn't had the same level of lived experiences. The advice you provide goes beyond practicality. It's grounded in something more profound: experience. Younger men may be eager to share their opinions, but they can't offer the same level of insight, simply because they haven't walked the path you've walked. You've seen the highs and lows of life, and your perspective has been shaped by all of it. This perspective is what makes your advice so valuable. It's something that people, especially women, find attractive because it feels real, unshakable, and rooted in the wisdom of someone who has been around long enough to truly understand the nuances of life. Your presence and the way you engage in these conversations show that you've moved past the impulsiveness of youth and into a place of maturity, patience, and reflection. When people, especially women, approach you for help or seek your advice, take it as a sincere compliment. It's a recognition of your wisdom, your confidence, and the depth you carry. They don't just see a man who's older. They see someone who has lived through a multitude of experiences and come out the other side with insights that are valuable, grounded, and comforting. That is incredibly attractive. Your ability to offer guidance with both kindness and authority creates a lasting impression, one that isn't just about physical appeal, but about the strength of your character and your understanding of the world. In today's fast-paced, often superficial world, your depth stands out, and that's why people turn to you, because you provide more than just advice. You offer perspective, comfort, and a sense of stability that many are yearning for. So the next time someone approaches you for help or advice, recognize that they see in you the kind of wisdom and maturity that comes with age, something that's not only valuable, but incredibly magnetic. If you're a man who's gained the wisdom of experience and others constantly seek your advice, you've unlocked a powerful asset, confidence rooted in real understanding. If this resonates with you, drop a comment right now. I am the man with the wisdom that commands respect. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remind yourself daily. True power comes from the depth of your experience. Number 5. You have a confident, relaxed presence. As you age, a unique kind of confidence naturally begins to emerge, one that is not loud or brash, but rather quiet and deeply compelling. Unlike younger men, who may sometimes lean on external bravado or inflated egos to capture attention, older men often embody a more subtle form of confidence. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It's a quiet, grounded assurance that speaks volumes through the way you carry yourself, the way you interact with others, and the calm presence you bring into a room. When you walk into a room, you don't feel the need to demand attention. Your energy alone makes others take notice. There's a magnetic quality to this unspoken confidence, one that draws people in without you having to try. The world has taught you many lessons over the years, and as you've grown older, you've learned that true confidence doesn't come from putting on a show. It comes from being at peace with who you are, from understanding that you have nothing to prove to anyone. It's the ability to be yourself, without trying to be anyone else or impress anyone with superficial displays of power or success. This sense of being comfortable in your own skin is something that is incredibly attractive, especially to women. They are naturally drawn to men who don't feel the need to flaunt their achievements or pretend to be something they're not. There's an ease and authenticity in a man who simply is, and that, in itself, is what captivates others. The quiet confidence that comes with age also signals a deep emotional maturity that many younger men simply haven't had the chance to develop. With years of life experience under your belt, you've learned to let go of the need for external validation. You've learned that real satisfaction and peace come from within, not from what others think of you. This is where the true beauty of confidence lies. It's in the absence of insecurity, the freedom from the need for constant reassurance. Women in particular are drawn to this type of emotional maturity because it's rare, and it's something that only comes with age and experience. Unlike younger men, who may still be navigating their sense of self-worth and seeking approval from the world around them, older men have already come to understand that self-assurance is built on the foundation of inner peace. It's the kind of peace that isn't shaken by the opinions of others or the demands of a society. You've come to realize that who you are is enough, and you no longer feel the need to perform for the approval of others. This deep, quiet confidence makes you more attractive because it's not a facade. It's the real deal. It's earned over a lifetime of experiences, some good, some challenging, that have shaped you into the man you are today. And women can feel that. They recognize that this type of confidence is authentic, not something that's been cultivated through effort or pretense, but through time, maturity, and life lived fully. You might have heard the saying, "A wise man knows he knows nothing," and that's exactly the kind of humility that accompanies real confidence. You don't feel the need to prove your worth to others because you already know your value. This doesn't mean you don't have the ambition or drive to achieve your goals, but it does mean that your sense of self isn't dependent on what others think of you. It's this peaceful self-assurance that is so appealing to women. It's not just about how you look or how successful you are, it's about how you carry yourself. It's the quiet strength that comes from knowing that you're enough as you are. As the great philosopher Socrates once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." By reaching a point in life where you've done that examination, you've earned a kind of wisdom and self-awareness that younger men may still be striving for. This is what makes your confidence so attractive. It's not about showing off. It's about being at ease with yourself, with your past, and with the present moment. This kind of calm, unassuming confidence invites others to feel comfortable around you as well. The beauty of this confidence is that it doesn't rely on external markers of success. You don't need the loud cars, flashy outfits, or constant affirmation from others to feel validated. You're comfortable in your own skin, and that's enough. You've learned that true confidence comes from within, not from the outside world. As you've grown older, your confidence has transformed into something more subtle and powerful, a strength that doesn't need to be proven to anyone, because it's rooted in your own sense of self-worth. As the famed poet Ralph Waldo Emerson put it, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." It's that inner strength and peace that make you so captivating. The next time you enter a room, don't feel the need to announce your presence with grand gestures or flashy displays. Let your quiet confidence speak for itself. Trust in your own worth and watch as others are naturally drawn to you. Confidence doesn't need to be loud. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you interact with others, and most importantly, the way you've learned to accept yourself over time. If you're an older man with the quiet confidence that speaks volumes, you've mastered the art of presence. It's not about showing off. It's about knowing your worth without needing validation. If you feel this deep, authentic confidence, drop a comment right now. I am confident in who I am. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, true strength comes from within. Number 6. You get subtle compliments on your physical fitness. You see, true attractiveness doesn't lie in the size of your muscles or how many hours you spend lifting weights in the gym. No, it's deeper, more powerful than that. When you consistently maintain an active lifestyle, prioritizing your health and well-being, it speaks volumes. It radiates. Imagine this. A woman comes up to you and says, "You look strong," or "I hope I'm in that good of shape when I reach your age." That's not just a compliment. It's admiration for the discipline, the effort, and the commitment you put into taking care of yourself. It's not about striving for a bodybuilder physique or obsessing over every calorie you consume. It's about something far more fundamental: your vitality, your energy, the overall strength you exude. It's the way you move through life with purpose, confidence, and resilience. And that energy, that quiet power you carry with you, isn't something that goes unnoticed. It's magnetic. When you're fit, it shows in everything you do, your posture, the way you walk, the way you carry yourself. You command respect without uttering a word. When you feel strong, you move through life with a sense of assurance that others can't ignore. You're not just living to look good, you're living to feel good, to thrive. This, my friend, is what makes you truly attractive. Fitness is more than just a physical trait. It's a reflection of your commitment to life, to vitality, to strength. It says you've mastered your body, that you've cultivated a mindset of resilience and power over the years, and that you're not here just for the short term. Women especially notice this. It's not just the muscles, it's the lifestyle that draws them in, the strength of character, the determination, the long-term vision. You carry yourself in a way that tells a story of someone who takes care of himself, and that speaks volumes. The strength you radiate isn't only physical, it's a direct manifestation of your inner power, a power forged in years of hard work, in the decisions you've made, and in the dedication you've committed to maintaining your health. This, my friend, is what real attraction is about. It's the kind of attraction that endures, that only gets stronger as the years go on. So ask yourself, are you the man who walks into a room and leaves everyone in awe, not because of what you've done in the gym, but because of who you've become through your actions, your resilience, and your commitment to your health. It's your choice. Make it count, live strong, live vibrant. Number 7. Women laugh at your jokes, even the cheesy ones. Humor is a powerful force in the world of attraction, and it's one of the qualities that can make a man stand out as undeniably appealing. When a woman consistently laughs at your jokes, regardless of how cheesy or corny they might be, it's not just a reflection of your sense of humor, it's a signal of something deeper. Women are drawn to your personality, your energy, and the way you make them feel. It's not the punchline that matters most, but the atmosphere you create. Humor serves as a bridge that connects two people effortlessly, without the need for deep, heavy conversations. A playful joke, even one that's a little silly, can break the ice and spark a bond between you. This kind of humor, often dubbed dad jokes or light-hearted quips, might not be sophisticated, but they have a unique charm. The ability to laugh at yourself and not take life too seriously is incredibly attractive. In today's world, where everyone is caught up in a race to be clever and polished, it's refreshing to meet someone who can be themselves without trying too hard. This is especially true for older men who embrace humor with ease and confidence. There's something magnetic about a man who can take a light-hearted approach, who isn't afraid to be goofy or even a bit corny. It shows maturity and self-assuredness, qualities that are naturally alluring. Women don't just laugh because your jokes are funny. They laugh because they admire your comfort in your own skin. They see a man who isn't seeking approval or validation from others, but someone who's genuinely enjoying the moment and is comfortable in his own identity. Moreover, this kind of humor signals emotional intelligence. It shows that you're secure enough to not be constantly concerned with impressing others or presenting yourself in a flawless way. Instead, you're focused on creating a pleasant experience for those around you, fostering an environment where others feel at ease. This emotional intelligence is an attractive trait because it speaks to a level of maturity and self-awareness that younger men may not yet have developed. Humor is, in essence, an unspoken language of connection, one that signals to others that they are appreciated and that their time with you is enjoyable. When a woman laughs at your jokes, whether they are clever or cheesy, it's an affirmation that she feels good in your presence and that you've made her feel seen and heard. Laughter is, without question, one of the strongest indicators of emotional connection. It's not just a response to something funny. It's a physical manifestation of enjoyment, joy, and comfort. When a woman laughs at your jokes, she's telling you that she's not only enjoying the conversation, but that she feels comfortable and relaxed around you. This creates a bond that goes beyond surface-level attraction. It's a deeper connection, one that allows for a sense of emotional closeness to develop. So, the next time a woman laughs at one of your jokes, even if it's something as simple as a dad joke or a corny pun, take it as a sign that you're more than just a source of amusement. You're someone she enjoys spending time with, someone she feels a natural and authentic connection with. And in today's fast-paced, often impersonal world, that connection is not just rare, it's priceless. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us, or simply comment, "Very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. Number 8. You notice subtle flirting gestures directed at you. One of the most thrilling and rewarding experiences of life as a mature man is recognizing those subtle signals of attraction that women often send your way, especially when they're trying to gauge your interest without being too forward. These gestures may be easy to miss if you're not truly attuned to the nuances of human interaction, but once you learn to notice them, they can be a powerful affirmation of your appeal and the connection you're building with someone. Women, particularly those who value composure and elegance, tend to express interest in more understated, refined ways. They are often aware of their own charm and use it to test the waters, seeing if there's mutual attraction without overstepping boundaries. So what do these signs look like, exactly? One of the most obvious but often overlooked indicators is the way a woman adjusts or plays with her hair. It might sound trivial, but when she casually twirls a strand of hair, tucks it behind her ear, or runs her fingers through it, she's signaling a desire for you to notice her. These small, seemingly subconscious gestures are a form of self-presentation, subtly inviting you to engage with her on a deeper level. It's like the timeless words of French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre. If you're lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company. Such gestures are her way of saying, I want you to see me, not just look at me. Another powerful yet subtle sign is mirroring, which occurs when she starts mimicking your movements, posture, or expressions. If you cross your legs or lean back in your chair, she might do the same. This non-verbal behavior is deeply revealing because it suggests she's trying to create a sense of harmony and connection with you. As the great ancient philosopher Seneca once said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Mirroring is an unconscious way of making you feel more at ease, showing that she feels a level of comfort and mutual understanding, and that she values the connection. Perhaps the most direct, though still subtle sign of attraction is the accidental touch. It could be a brush of her hand against your arm during a conversation, or a fleeting contact as she reaches for something on the table. These light, almost accidental touches are often carefully calculated, meant to test whether you're open to the idea of physical intimacy. While they may seem like simple mistakes, they are, in fact, deliberate signals. In these moments, she's watching closely for your reaction, gauging whether you're receptive to further connection. These touches are never aggressive, nor are they forward in any brash way. They're gentle, lingering, and communicate a desire for intimacy that respects your boundaries. What makes these gestures so powerful is the way they are executed. They're soft, inviting, and convey a deep level of attraction without any pressure. The beauty of such subtle signs is that they allow a woman to express interest without overtly pushing for a response, giving you the space to decide how to engage. They create an atmosphere of warmth and possibility, where both of you can explore the potential for something more without the discomfort of overt confrontation. These moments, whether it's a shared look, a playful touch, or mirroring of posture, show that she's not just interested in you, but also comfortable in your presence and open to developing a connection. Remember, these signs might be subtle, but they're anything but insignificant. They're a reminder that attraction isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's in the smallest, most tender moments that the foundation for something beautiful is built. So next time you catch a subtle gesture or feel a soft touch, take a moment to appreciate the connection that's being formed. And, as always, feel free to share your own experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you've experienced these moments of attraction and connection. Number 9. People often seek your opinion on important matters. As you age, the life experiences you've accumulated give you a unique perspective that naturally deepens your understanding of the world around you. One of the most unmistakable signs that you're not only maturing, but also becoming more attractive as a man, is when others, especially women, seek your opinion on important matters in their lives. Whether they're grappling with relationship dilemmas, career decisions, or personal challenges, your insight is valued because it comes from a place of wisdom and trust. It's not just that you have the knowledge, it's the way you convey it that makes all the difference. You offer more than just cold, hard facts. You bring empathy, thoughtful reflection, and an underlying sense of calm that resonates deeply with those who seek your counsel. This quality is especially appealing to women, who often find themselves attracted to men who not only possess wisdom, but can also offer a steady hand in the face of uncertainty. The ability to provide guidance in a gentle yet confident manner, without rushing to conclusions, creates a sense of security, something that is universally admired. Over time, this subtle power of empathy and measured thought becomes one of your most attractive traits. The beauty of this isn't just about being someone others can turn to, but about embodying the traits of a man who has weathered life's storms and emerged with a steady heart and mind. People, especially women, crave that emotional steadiness, which makes you not only attractive but highly respected. This ability to offer sound, compassionate advice shows you're a man who can be relied upon, something that is both timeless and highly desirable in any age. It's important to remember that confidence doesn't have to be loud or flashy. It can be calm, measured, and reassuring. And in today's fast-paced world, that's exactly the kind of man people want to surround themselves with. It's a characteristic that attracts both admiration and trust, building relationships grounded in respect, which is something that never goes out of style. This trust isn't fleeting either. When people turn to you for your judgment, they are acknowledging not only your wisdom, but also your maturity, which, as we all know, is something that increases in value with age. The more you lean into this role of a thoughtful guide, the more you'll find that you become the kind of man that others seek out, not just for advice, but for the security and assurance your presence offers. If you resonate with this, drop a comment right now. I am the wise guide others seek. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, true confidence is calm, not loud. Number 10. You have a genuine interest in others. One of the most captivating qualities in any person is a genuine interest in others, and as a mature man, this becomes even more magnetic. It's not just about asking questions or engaging in casual chit-chat. It's about creating a deeper connection by actively listening, showing empathy, and truly understanding the thoughts and experiences of those around you. A man who can engage in meaningful conversation with attentiveness and insight is not only emotionally intelligent, but also emotionally mature, qualities that many women find irresistible. As you age, these qualities only become more refined, often making you far more attractive than your younger counterparts. As the ancient philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak." This is a timeless piece of wisdom that speaks volumes about the power of listening, especially in an era where many people are more interested in sharing their own stories than listening to others. Showing genuine interest in others doesn't just help you form stronger relationships. It also demonstrates that you value people for who they are, not just for what they can offer you. This is particularly important in romantic contexts, where a woman is looking for a partner who can not only connect with her on a physical level, but also engage with her emotionally and intellectually. When you show a sincere curiosity about someone's life, whether it's their hobbies, their thoughts on a particular issue, or their past experiences, it communicates that you value them as a person beyond surface-level attractions. This approach fosters respect and trust, which are fundamental to any lasting relationship. Additionally, a man who exhibits genuine empathy and emotional availability signals that he's capable of forming deep, authentic bonds, a trait that never goes out of style. Furthermore, a man who takes the time to ask insightful questions and listen carefully demonstrates a maturity that sets him apart. In contrast to younger men who might still be learning the art of emotional intelligence, older men who possess this quality seem like they have mastered it over time. This trait signals that you're not only willing to understand others, but you're also emotionally capable of building meaningful connections that last. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Your ability to genuinely care for and engage with others adds a layer of depth and warmth that enhances the quality of every relationship, making you more attractive in the process. This attentiveness also signals that you're present in the moment, not distracted by technology or preoccupations. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions abound, taking the time to listen and understand is a rare and highly valued trait. Women, in particular, appreciate when a man takes the time to truly hear what they have to say, rather than simply waiting for his turn to speak. The act of engaging in authentic conversation, of truly understanding someone, is not only timeless but also incredibly endearing. It's the foundation of meaningful connections, and these types of connections are what make someone not just appealing, but irresistible in the long run. In real life, this kind of emotional availability and engagement is key to building lasting relationships, Whether in the realm of romantic love, friendship, or even professional partnerships, people are naturally drawn to those who make them feel valued and understood. And this is an aspect of attraction that can continue to grow stronger with age. So, take the time to listen, show interest, and engage in conversations that matter. Doing so will not only enrich your personal relationships, but also increase your emotional intelligence and, ultimately, your attractiveness. Share your thoughts on how emotional maturity and the ability to listen have impacted your relationships in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content that helps you embrace your unique charm and build deeper connections in life. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What resonated most with you today? What's one thing you plan to embrace from these signs of attraction? Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Keep embracing the journey, and remember, age is just a number, but confidence is ageless. Why women secretly love these 6 things more than money. Old Stoic wisdom. We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied but wasteful of it. Seneca. Welcome back, gentlemen. Today, we're cutting through one of the most persistent myths in the modern dating world, that women are primarily drawn to men with money. It's a narrative pushed by movies, social media, and even some dating advice, but it's deeply misleading. While financial stability is appreciated, it's far from the heart of what truly captivates a woman. The reality: women, especially those of depth, are instinctively drawn to men who embody strength, presence, and purpose. These are timeless traits that reach beyond bank accounts and into the realm of character. And the good news? These qualities can be cultivated no matter your age or income. In this video, we're diving into 6 qualities women quietly crave more than wealth, qualities rooted in old Stoic principles and backed by both human nature and real-life experience. These aren't superficial tactics. They're enduring traits of a man who commands respect, provides emotional security, and knows who he is. If you've ever watched another man effortlessly connect with women without flashing money, status, or bravado, and wondered what his secret is, this is your answer. Stick with me until the end, because understanding these 6 qualities can reshape how you move through life and how women respond to you. Let's get into it. 1. High-value presence. Biological attractiveness. There's a kind of man whose presence alone speaks louder than the noisiest room. He doesn't need grand gestures or flamboyant attire to announce himself, because when he walks in, the atmosphere quietly rearranges itself around him, not from ego or performance, but from something deeper, an ancient signal that resonates on a biological level. Women sense it even before they're conscious of it. It's not just about attraction, it's about a kind of primal recognition encoded into human behavior through generations of evolution. Women are biologically inclined to gravitate toward what feels strong, steady, and secure, traits that whisper, "I can survive here. I can build here." This isn't about being the richest man in the room or the one who dominates every conversation. It's about embodying a kind of silent strength, a dignified presence that doesn't flinch for approval. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This is the essence of high-value presence. When your demeanor reflects purpose, self-mastery, and inner calm, you activate a deep psychological signal that draws others to you, especially women. Such presence doesn't just appeal to emotions, it touches something more primal. It tells her subconscious that you're capable of leadership and protection, that you'll remain grounded when the world turns chaotic. A man who earns the respect of other men without demanding it is already operating on a different level. He's not chasing status, he is status. And while society today often encourages loud, performative masculinity, the truth is, women still respond to the man whose power doesn't come from domination, but from restraint and direction. Think of it this way: a storm can be loud, but the mountain that endures the storm is what commands awe. This is the man she leans into, even if she can't explain why. In real life, you don't need to be rich, famous, or wildly charismatic to cultivate this. It starts with how you carry yourself in the mundane moments, your posture, your tone, the calm you bring into a tense situation, your ability to listen without insecurity. It's in your refusal to be rattled by the opinions of others, because your compass points inward. Begin to build this kind of presence by doing hard things quietly, by keeping promises to yourself, by developing mastery in your work, and by surrounding yourself with men who challenge you to grow. As the philosopher Epictetus advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So, gentlemen, ask yourself, does your presence reassure or unsettle? Do people feel safer, calmer, and more focused when you walk in? Or do they brace themselves? These are the quiet truths that women pick up on faster than compliments or cash. If you have ever wondered why some men seem to effortlessly attract admiration, especially from women, it's not sorcery. It's presence, and presence is earned. If this resonates with you or challenges your current self-image, take a moment to reflect and let me know. What do you think it means to be a man with high-value presence? 2. Sociability, social proof and influence. When it comes to attracting and maintaining a woman's attention, there's a subtle yet undeniable power in a man's sociability, his ability to move gracefully through a room and engage with others effortlessly. It's not about being the loudest or trying to outshine everyone else. It's about a quiet, unassuming confidence. A man who doesn't need to dominate conversations or perform for attention carries a magnetic presence simply by being himself. People around him laugh, not because he's trying to impress, but because he understands the mood, reads the room, and adapts with ease. He listens attentively, speaks thoughtfully, and responds with the right balance of humour and insight. This kind of social intelligence is often mistaken for extroversion, but it's deeper than just being outgoing. True sociability is about being emotionally available to others, engaging on a human level, and showing empathy. It's not about putting on a show, but about offering genuine connection. The way a man interacts with people in various social settings speaks volumes about his character and his ability to adapt. When a woman sees a man respected and welcomed by his peers, she doesn't just see popularity, she sees proof of his social competence and emotional intelligence. This is incredibly attractive because it signals something far beyond surface-level traits. It shows he knows how to navigate the complexities of life and relationships. He's a man who can handle situations with ease and that gives off powerful social proof. That presence, that ability to command respect and warmth, answers one of the most critical unspoken questions a woman may have. If I trust him, will I be safe, understood, and valued? In essence, she's looking for reassurance that being with him will bring her stability, emotional fulfillment, and security. Sociability, in this light, becomes an essential part of a man's emotional armour. It's not about numbers, not about trying to impress her, but about showing her that you are the kind of man others trust and value. And that's a powerful signal of the kind of partner you can be. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. It's not about fighting for attention or proving your worth. It's about maintaining your own dignity and poise. It's this quiet strength and confidence that will draw the right people, especially women, towards you. In real life, this translates into not trying to win affection through flashy gestures or desperate attempts for validation. Instead, focus on cultivating the kind of social presence that speaks for itself. Practice genuine listening, be emotionally available, and show empathy. The women who are truly worth your time will recognize these qualities, and that's when you'll realize that when she chooses another man, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a sign that you were never the right match to begin with. The right woman will always see the value in your presence. What are your thoughts on this approach? How do you see sociability affecting your own relationships and interactions? I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments. 3. Self-confidence, internal power, and trust. Self-confidence is not merely about having a strong presence or speaking with authority. It's about an internal power that women find incredibly magnetic. It's something they can feel before you even speak, something in the way you carry yourself. Before you say a word, a woman often already senses your energy. It's in the way you walk into a room, how you hold your posture, and especially the way your eyes meet hers, steady and clear, without the need for approval. This isn't about arrogance or puffing yourself up to appear larger than life. No, it's something far more profound. It's the alignment of your inner world with your outer actions. It's an unshakable sense of who you are and where you stand in the world that doesn't need to scream for attention. True confidence doesn't come from loud words or demands for validation. It comes from the calm in the storm, the quiet certainty that you know who you are and what you stand for. It's the kind of confidence that remains grounded even in moments of uncertainty. Think about a time when you were in a challenging situation and you remained composed, your thoughts clear, your decisions unwavering. That's the essence of real confidence, being able to trust in yourself no matter what life throws your way. And this is exactly what women find irresistibly attractive. They can feel it when your voice is steady, when your decisions are well thought out, when you don't need to prove anything to anyone because you already know your worth. Building this type of confidence takes time, but it starts with one important thing: trusting yourself. It starts small. It begins with the little promises you make to yourself every day, and keeping those promises. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you build more trust in your own abilities. You don't need external validation to feel important because you already understand that your value doesn't depend on what others think of you. You become comfortable in your own skin, in your own company. This is when true power starts to manifest. Women don't fall for perfection. They fall for presence. It's not about being flawless or having all the answers. It's about showing up fully as who you are, unashamed of your flaws and embracing them. This is what attracts them to you. The man who is unapologetically himself, who doesn't need to pretend or wear a mask. When a man has confidence in who he is and where he's going, a woman doesn't need to question him. She feels safe, secure, and drawn to his authenticity. It's this raw, unfiltered truth that creates the deepest connection. As Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely said, "Self-trust is the first secret of success." The moment you trust yourself, everything changes. But this confidence is not something that's instant. It's a journey. It's a continuous process of learning to love and trust yourself more each day. It's about setting small, achievable goals and following through, even when no one is watching. It's about stepping into the storm of life and knowing that no matter how fierce the winds may blow, you can weather it because you trust yourself. You've built a solid foundation, and no one can take that away from you. It's also about not seeking attention or approval from others. You don't need the loud accolades or constant praise to feel fulfilled. When you are truly confident, you realize that your worth doesn't hinge on what others think of you. It's built from within. The more you get comfortable with yourself, the less you'll need external praise to feel valued. And this, ultimately, is what makes you a powerful man. The world doesn't need more men who are desperate for attention or approval. It needs more men who are at peace with who they are and where they're going. The more you embrace this internal power, the more women will find you irresistible. They will be drawn to your presence, your authenticity, and your self-assurance. This kind of confidence is magnetic. It's a silent force that speaks louder than any words ever could. In a world that constantly pushes for more, the most powerful thing you can do is stop chasing approval and start chasing alignment. When you align yourself with your true values and purpose, everything else falls into place. A man who trusts himself is a man who cannot be shaken. He doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't need to shout from the rooftops. His presence alone is enough. He doesn't just exist, he lives with intent. So, what can you do today? Start small, set those daily goals, and make sure you follow through. Stop seeking validation, and instead begin to validate yourself. Own your decisions, and trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. And, most importantly, be present. Be present with yourself and be present with others. Your confidence doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. It needs to be steady. Be the man who knows he's enough, and watch how everything in your life begins to change. As the legendary Bruce Lee once said, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own." That's the essence of true confidence, taking what works for you and embodying it without compromise. Own your power, men. Build it every day and let your presence speak for itself. Like it? Share it. Let the world see the powerful, self-assured man you've become. This is the key to not only attracting women, but living a life of purpose and fulfillment. If you want to unlock the magnetic power of true confidence, start by trusting yourself. Your inner strength is what will attract the right energy into your life. Drop a comment right now. I am the man who trusts his power. Like this video, subscribe for more life-changing wisdom, and remember, confidence is not loud, it is steady. 4. Leadership, direction, and decision-making ability. In every meaningful relationship, there exists an unspoken rhythm, a kind of dance where trust and balance meet. And within that dance, one of the most magnetic traits a man can embody is leadership. Not the kind driven by ego or dominance, but the quiet, steady kind that brings order to chaos and calm to uncertainty. True leadership in a romantic partnership is not about barking commands or asserting superiority. Instead, it's about being the one who confidently knows the direction of the ship when the waters grow choppy. It's about making decisions not with arrogance, but with clarity and intention, allowing her to exhale into her natural femininity. She doesn't want a tyrant or a savior. What she craves, often without knowing how to express it, is a partner with a compass. A man who doesn't waver when life does. As the ancient Stoic Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That power, that mental steadiness, is at the heart of leadership that women deeply respond to. We often underestimate the impact of small gestures, making a reservation without hesitation, sensing emotional shifts without needing words, or staying composed in the face of the unexpected. These aren't grand displays. They're the little moments where a man demonstrates he's tuned in and grounded. They say, "I've got this," not in words, but through presence. And that presence builds trust like nothing else. Imagine being in a storm and finding someone who doesn't flinch. That's who she'll lean into. The strength of that leadership isn't just seen when things are falling apart. It's even more visible in how a man handles the everyday, the way he makes choices, shows up consistently, and remains unshaken by momentary drama. That's the kind of leadership that makes her feel safe to be vulnerable, open, and fully herself. She will naturally lean in, not because she is weak or dependent, but because she senses that this man is anchored. And just like ships trust the lighthouse in the darkest of nights, she too begins to trust and follow. This doesn't mean you need to have all the answers. It means you're willing to seek them and make decisions with conviction. Real-life leadership is less about perfection and more about presence. In fact, some of the most respected figures in history, like Winston Churchill or Theodore Roosevelt, were admired not because they were flawless, but because they showed up with courage and clarity when it counted most. Take this into your relationships. Show her that you're not afraid to walk ahead and clear the path, but also wise enough to listen and adapt. Blend confidence with humility, and you become the kind of man whose leadership is irresistible. As John Maxwell famously said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." Let that be your guiding principle. So reflect for a moment. In your daily interactions, Are you being a source of certainty or confusion? Are you stepping forward or hesitating at every turn? Leadership doesn't require a title. It's in how you carry yourself, how you speak with intention, and how you stay grounded even when others aren't. Start embodying this in small, everyday ways, and watch how not just women, but people in general, begin to respond differently to your presence. It's not a trick, it's truth. Now I invite you, what does leadership look like to you in your relationships? Share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective might be the one that lights the path for someone else. 5. Purpose, life mission, and long-term vision. A man with a clear sense of purpose is undeniably magnetic. There's a unique attraction in a person who wakes up each morning driven by something beyond mere pleasure. Purpose gives a man direction, turning his actions into deliberate steps toward a meaningful life. It's not just about chasing fleeting desires or accumulating material wealth. It's about having something deeper to live for. In a world full of distractions and instant gratification, a man who can focus on his purpose is rare and valuable. This clarity doesn't come from wanting things for the sake of wanting them, but from a profound understanding of what truly matters. A man with purpose can easily stand out in a crowd because his actions are driven by a vision that is larger than himself. And this is not just about achieving short-term goals, but about shaping a life that will resonate long after he is gone. To ask yourself, what do I want my legacy to be, is to confront the true essence of purpose. It's about identifying the core values that guide your decisions, the principles you want to be remembered for, and the sacrifices you are willing to make to live up to them. Women are drawn to men who exude this kind of clarity, not because they are perfect or flawless, but because they demonstrate a commitment to something greater than themselves. The power of purpose is not in what you achieve, but in what you are willing to give up and how you remain steady in the face of adversity. A life lived with purpose leaves behind more than just material wealth. It leaves behind a legacy, an impact on others, and a sense of fulfillment that money could never buy. Purpose, then, is not just an abstract concept. It's the force that drives you through life with intention and meaning, leading you to contribute in ways that will be felt long after you've gone. When you have purpose, you radiate confidence, stability, and a sense of calm that makes you irresistibly attractive to others, particularly women, who often find themselves drawn to men who can lead with clarity and conviction. It's not just about what you do, but why you do it. And that why, when deeply rooted in purpose, becomes the compass that guides you through life, ensuring that you are not swayed by the fleeting trends or empty pursuits of the world around you. In the modern age of constant distractions, purpose is the anchor that keeps you grounded, ensuring that no matter how chaotic life gets, you are always moving towards something meaningful. So take the time to reflect on what truly matters to you, and use that purpose as your guiding star in all that you do. It's not about finding the easy path, but about committing to a journey that will ultimately lead you to a life that is both fulfilling and impactful. Stick with me, because this is just the beginning. We're moving forward with even more powerful tactics to leave a lasting impact on their mind. Get ready for the next move, one that deepens their connection to you in ways they can't ignore. If you are ready, comment, "Let's go. Let's move forward." 6. Emotional stability, calmness, and self-control. In today's unpredictable, fast-paced world where change is constant and uncertainty lurks around every corner, the power of emotional stability has become an incredibly rare and desirable quality in a man. This isn't about just maintaining control in the moment. It's about developing a deep-rooted strength that allows you to remain unshaken when life's turbulence strikes. You see, in the eyes of women, emotional steadiness is more than just a trait. It's a beacon of security. It tells them, in a world full of chaos, I am your calm. When things go wrong, when challenges arise, when emotions run high, there's something magnetic, something magnetic about a man who can stand firm. It is this steady presence that creates a connection far deeper than the superficiality of wealth or material success. The true currency of a relationship is built upon trust, stability, and emotional maturity. A woman, no matter how successful or independent she is, wants to know that when life's storms hit, her partner won't be swept away by them. She wants to feel that, in those challenging moments, she can lean on him, knowing that his inner strength will carry both of them through. When a man is emotionally steady, he becomes a rock, firm, unyielding, reliable. That's something that can't be bought with any amount of money. It's earned through emotional maturity, through the ability to stay calm in the face of adversity, and through the quiet strength of self-control. In many ways, emotional stability is about responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This is where so many relationships falter, when individuals act out of frustration or anger, when they give in to knee-jerk reactions rather than taking a step back, pausing and choosing to respond in a way that fosters connection. Emotional steadiness isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about mastering them. It's knowing when to speak, when to listen, and most importantly, when to remain silent. It's this emotional consistency that builds trust, nurtures intimacy, and forges a connection that goes far beyond mere attraction. By practicing self-reflection, you can learn to identify your triggers and develop the ability to pause before you act. It's in this pause, this brief moment where you take a breath and regain control, that you open the door to more thoughtful, effective responses. These moments of self-regulation are where true power lies. Imagine being the person in the room who never loses his cool, who remains calm in the face of a challenge, who consistently exudes a sense of emotional balance. The greatest victory is over oneself, said Plato. And indeed, the most powerful form of control you can possess is the control over your own emotions. When a man consistently shows this kind of emotional steadiness, it fosters a sense of safety and security in a relationship. Women know that with a partner like that, they can face anything life throws at them, whether it's a job loss, a family crisis, or a personal struggle. That kind of assurance allows both partners to grow together, trust each other more deeply, and thrive in a partnership that is built on more than just attraction or physical presence. It becomes something far more meaningful, an emotional foundation upon which they can both build a lasting relationship. This is not a trait that can be faked or bought. It's something that requires self-awareness, practice, and an unwavering commitment to emotional growth. It requires the discipline to step back in moments of conflict, to understand your feelings without allowing them to dictate your actions. It's this emotional mastery that builds the kind of trust that makes a woman feel safe, cherished, and respected. Remember, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us, as Ralph Waldo Emerson so wisely stated. The true strength of a man lies within his emotional maturity, and when he masters this aspect of his life, he becomes a force of nature, one who can weather the storms of life with grace and, in doing so, attract the love, respect, and loyalty that he seeks. This is the secret that many men overlook. The true power lies in your ability to stay grounded, calm, and composed. When you choose to embody emotional steadiness, you not only become more attractive, but you become the kind of partner that a woman can rely on, trust, and ultimately build a future with. In a world where everyone is chasing the next big thing, this rare quality will set you apart. Let it be your secret weapon. So, let me leave you with this challenge. The next time you find yourself in the midst of an emotional whirlwind, take a moment to pause. Respond. Don't react. If you want to stand out and build a connection that goes deeper than money or material wealth, emotional stability is your key. It's what women secretly crave, a steady presence in times of chaos. Show the world your emotional mastery and let it become your secret weapon. If you're ready to embrace this power, comment. I will master my emotions and become a steady force. The strategy of self-improvement. In the journey of becoming a man who effortlessly attracts not just attention, but admiration and connection from high-quality women, there's one timeless strategy that has stood the test of centuries. Self-improvement, not the shallow kind tied to ego or trends, but the deep-rooted, character-shaping kind that builds a man from the inside out. Contrary to popular belief, women are not obsessed with money itself. They're drawn to what money represents in a man: direction, drive, and the ability to provide and protect if necessary. But what truly captivates them on a level they may not even consciously articulate are 6 foundational traits: independence, discipline, confidence, health, emotional communication, and leadership. These 6 aren't flashy, but they're unforgettable. Think about it. Independence tells her you can stand on your own 2 feet, that you won't become needy or controlling. Discipline tells her you can keep your word, that you won't fall apart when life gets hard. Confidence, when genuine, signals a man who doesn't seek validation from the world, but moves through it with quiet strength. Health, physical, emotional, and mental, shows her you respect your life and your future. Communication makes her feel seen, heard, and safe. Leadership, in its highest form, is not dominance but direction, knowing where you're going and having the integrity to bring others along with you. These 6 things build a gravitational pull around a man that's far more powerful than a luxury watch or a 6-figure income ever could. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. That wisdom still holds. Women are far more tuned into the energy you give off than the items you own. A man obsessed with surface-level appeal is easy to find and easy to forget. A man building himself into someone trustworthy, capable, and emotionally aware? That's rare. That's memorable. And that's magnetic. Financial growth, for example, isn't impressive because of the number in your bank account, but because it reflects planning, sacrifice, and long-term thinking. A man who takes care of his finances is telling the world, and any future partner, I am prepared. Physical fitness, while often reduced to aesthetics, actually demonstrates much more. It shows you can commit, endure discomfort, and care for your future self. Women notice this. They may compliment your arms, but what truly strikes them is the discipline behind them. When it comes to style and grooming, it's not about vanity, it's about respect. Respect for how you show up in the world, how you carry yourself, and how you represent your inner world through your outer appearance. James Allen once said, "A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts." And this truth bleeds into every area of your life, your body, your habits, your relationships. If your internal world is chaotic or lazy, it shows. But when it's ordered, focused, and grounded, it radiates without a single word. Communication is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools a man can possess. The ability to not only speak but to listen, to truly understand what someone else is feeling, creates a bond that goes beyond the surface. Many men talk, few men connect, and women, especially those who are emotionally mature, crave that depth more than they'll ever admit aloud. And then there's leadership, not in the outdated sense of control, but in the modern sense of responsibility. A man who leads with calm decisiveness, who can make tough calls without being cold, and who earns trust through consistent action, is invaluable in a world that's constantly shifting. As John Wooden said, "The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching." This quiet strength is exactly what makes you irresistible, not loud bravado or forced alpha energy, but quiet, unwavering certainty. Real life rewards those who focus on growth rather than performance. That means waking up earlier to train, not because you want attention, but because you refuse to break a promise to yourself. It means learning not just how to speak with charm, but how to understand with empathy. It means reading books that challenge your thinking instead of scrolling endlessly to escape it. It means having the courage to sit alone with your thoughts and ask, am I becoming the kind of man I would trust with someone I love? Because when you build yourself into that man, not for women, not for applause, but because you refuse to waste your potential, that is when everything changes. Women sense it, life respects it, and attraction. It becomes effortless because you're no longer seeking it externally. You've become the source of it. You become the man who doesn't chase but chooses. And in a world full of noise, that kind of presence is both rare and irresistible. So take a moment to reflect. Where are you strong? And where can you grow? What habits need to go and which ones do you need to build? Start today. Be relentless. And don't do it for approval, do it for legacy. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What trait have you found women value most? And what are you working on right now? Your story might just inspire someone else to start building too. Final thoughts. The belief that women are solely driven by money is not only outdated, but it also misses the point. What truly attracts a woman and earns her deep respect are qualities that resonate on a far more profound level, those grounded in both biology and psychology. It's the confidence you project, the leadership you demonstrate, the influence you wield in social settings, the sense of purpose that drives your actions, and your emotional stability in times of uncertainty. These traits don't just speak to a woman's desires, they touch something deeper, something timeless in the human experience. Women are drawn to men who exhibit emotional intelligence because it fosters a sense of trust and security. It's not about having the perfect life or an extravagant lifestyle. It's about being fully present, understanding your purpose, and working consistently towards becoming the best version of yourself. When you take the time to develop and embody these qualities, you begin to radiate a quiet strength that naturally attracts respect and admiration. In today's world, where distractions are everywhere and instant gratification runs rampant, it's the man who takes the time to develop these inner traits that stands apart. Improvement doesn't happen overnight, and the journey to becoming the man you want to be may take time. But with each step you take, you grow more grounded, respected, and, yes, deeply desired by those around you. As you embrace this process, you may begin to notice subtle but powerful shifts in how people interact with you. Women, in particular, will appreciate your depth of character, your emotional resilience, and your unwavering sense of direction in life. Your turn. Now, let's bring this into your own experience. What's one specific trait you're working on right now? Maybe it's learning to manage your emotions more effectively, or developing a clearer sense of purpose in your life. Take a moment to reflect on how this focus has already impacted your relationships, whether they are romantic, professional, or even with friends. Have you noticed a positive shift in how others perceive you? Perhaps you feel more grounded and secure in your interactions, or maybe you've noticed that people are starting to trust you more, confide in you, or even seek your advice. The key to attraction and building deep connections lies not in material possessions, but in the personal growth you consistently invest in. So, share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear how working on your inner qualities has transformed your relationships. And if this content has shifted your perspective, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can continue your journey towards becoming a high-value man. We're here for more insights on mastering yourself, becoming the best version of you, and understanding what truly attracts others in today's world. See you in the next video. Woman who is secretly attracted to you always shows these 9 signs. Stoicism. Old Stoic wisdom. True love is not measured by the words spoken, but by the actions that follow them. Xerenia. In this video, we'll uncover the subtle yet revealing behaviors that suggest a woman might secretly be attracted to you. From fleeting glances to unconscious body language, the signs are often right in front of us if we pay close attention. Ever wondered if a woman you know harbours a quiet attraction for you, yet keeps it to herself? Women often express their feelings in more indirect ways than we might expect. Without the right awareness, these signals can easily slip under our radar. Today, we'll break down 7 key signs that a woman may be interested in you, all supported by psychological studies that prove these cues are real. even if they're easy to miss. Imagine being able to read these unspoken signals. This knowledge can change how you interact with others, unlocking a silent language of attraction that speaks more powerfully than words ever could. Each of these signals isn't coincidental. They're deliberate hints, offering you a peek into her true feelings. Attraction is a subtle dance, and these behaviors provide insight into what's happening beneath the surface. Research has shown that nonverbal cues follow recognizable patterns that often indicate attraction. By sharpening your ability to interpret these signals, you'll approach situations with confidence and clarity. If you're new here, hit the like button as we delve into these 7 signs, helping you gain a deeper understanding of the world around you. And if you find value in our content, don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell. Let's get started! Sign number 1, small gestures. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, her feelings often surface through small, seemingly insignificant gestures that carry a weight far greater than their size suggests. These little actions, whether it's a playful nudge, a soft touch, or a thoughtful gesture, are her way of expressing warmth, care, and a desire to establish a deeper connection with you. At first glance, they might appear trivial, but in reality, these gestures hold immense power, far beyond what words can communicate. From a Stoic perspective, we understand that actions often speak louder than words, and in the realm of attraction, it's in these small, quiet moments that she conveys her interest with profound clarity. Psychologically, these gestures are potent forms of non-verbal communication, and research supports the idea that even the smallest actions, like a casual pat on the arm or recalling a detail from your life, can spark deep feelings of intimacy and closeness. The beauty of these small, tender gestures is that they build a silent bridge between 2 people, a bridge that no words could ever form on their own. These are deliberate, purposeful actions aimed at signaling her emotional investment in you. They are designed to make you feel valued, appreciated, and, more importantly, emotionally connected to her. Think of it this way. When she remembers the small details about your life, the way you take your coffee, your favourite book, or a story you shared months ago, she's not simply being polite. No, this is her way of telling you that she's deeply engaged with you. She's not merely going through the motions of a casual relationship. She's actively building a meaningful connection, one thoughtful gesture at a time. This isn't by accident. It's a clear signal of her desire to nurture the bond between you and a clear demonstration that she is invested in getting to know you more intimately. In the fast-paced world we live in, where most communication happens through digital screens, these small, intimate gestures are becoming increasingly rare, yet they remain some of the most genuine and sincere ways to express affection. The touch of a hand, the gentle laugh shared during an inside joke, or remembering the smallest of your preferences, all of these are her way of telling you she values you. They are not random. They are part of her subtle, often unspoken, way of deepening your connection. It's easy to overlook these small acts in the rush of daily life, especially when you're focused on larger, more obvious signals. But when you take the time to notice and appreciate them, you open yourself up to a new level of understanding. These small gestures are not just nice acts. They are the markers of someone who cares deeply and is looking to build something real. These small signs offer the kind of insight into her emotions that few words ever could. So, when you notice these gestures, whether it's her remembering the way you like your coffee or a soft touch that lingers a moment longer than expected, take a moment to acknowledge their significance. Don't let them pass unnoticed. In today's digital world, where people often rely on text messages and emojis, these small, real-life moments of connection are precious. Recognizing and responding to them can deepen the bond you share and pave the way for a more meaningful, fulfilling relationship. Keep your eyes open and embrace the subtle language of attraction that's communicated through these small, yet incredibly powerful gestures. Sign number 2. The delicate touch. Have you ever experienced those small, seemingly accidental touches from a woman that linger just long enough to catch your attention. These light gestures, like a playful nudge, a soft brush against your arm, or the slight touch of her hand, may seem inconsequential, even innocent, but they carry a deeper meaning than most realize. These subtle actions aren't random, they're intentional, and they speak volumes about how she feels about you. In these quiet moments, when words are unnecessary, her body language is telling a powerful story. A touch is her way of silently expressing, "I'm becoming comfortable with you, and I trust you." It is a language beyond words, and it signifies the beginning of a stronger emotional connection. Think about it. When we touch someone, we close the physical gap between us, but in doing so, we also close the emotional distance that might otherwise remain. In the ancient dance of human interaction, physical touch has always been one of the most intimate forms of communication. It's a tool that transcends spoken language, creating a bond that words alone cannot capture. Research has shown that physical touch fosters intimacy and trust, both essential components of attraction. The more comfortable two people are with each other, the more likely they are to express their affection physically. This isn't about making grand gestures. It's the small, intimate touches that have the most profound impact. A gentle tap on the shoulder, the accidental graze of a hand, or the casual pat on the back. These are not meaningless. These small gestures initiate the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone, which promotes feelings of trust, security, and comfort. It's this connection that makes a relationship deeper and more meaningful. So when she reaches out to touch you, whether consciously or not, it's an indication that she feels safe and at ease with you. She's closing that invisible gap between you, both physically and emotionally. That touch signifies trust, a silent invitation to move closer, not just in proximity but also in emotional connection. Attraction isn't just about grand declarations, it's about these quiet, tender moments of closeness that tell a much richer story. This gentle touch is a powerful tool, not only in building intimacy, but in signaling affection without a single word. It's in these moments that you're invited to see past the surface, to understand her deeper feelings. And, while she may not always vocalize her affection, her touch does the talking for her. In our modern world, where communication often revolves around technology, these small, intimate gestures can be easy to overlook. Yet, they are some of the clearest signals a woman can give when she's attracted to you. Pay attention to these delicate touches. They may seem like nothing at first, but they reveal a lot about her feelings. Every time she touches you, she is saying, "I trust you, I want to be close to you, and I value our connection." It's these subtle cues that can build the foundation for something deeper, and when you recognize them, you'll know that you're not just another person in her life. You're someone she feels safe with, someone who stands out in a meaningful way. So next time you notice a light touch, don't dismiss it. It's not a casual action, it's a signal. It's the language of attraction in its purest form, and it's one you should pay attention to. When you respond with awareness and reciprocation, you're nurturing that bond, strengthening the connection that could eventually lead to something even more profound. And remember, attraction doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers softly through the gentlest touch. If you found this valuable, like, comment, and share with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to engage, "I trust the power of connection." Sign number 3, emotional openness. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, you'll notice a change in the depth of your conversations. She no longer engages in small talk or surface-level exchanges. Instead, she opens up to you, sharing her thoughts, dreams, fears, and vulnerabilities. This isn't casual chatter. It's an invitation to step into her world, to see beyond the facade, and to understand the person beneath the surface. In those moments, she's offering you something precious, her trust. This act of emotional openness is one of the most powerful signals that her attraction is genuine. As Aristotle once said, "The more you know, the more you realize you don't know." In a sense, emotional vulnerability is an acknowledgement of this truth. When she shares her innermost thoughts with you, She's not just offering you a piece of her life, she's giving you a window into her soul. She's trusting you with her raw, unfiltered self, knowing that you can handle it and, most importantly, that you'll understand her. In modern relationships, emotional connection often takes a backseat to the pursuit of fleeting pleasures and surface-level interactions. But true connection is built on shared emotions and mutual trust. Psychologists confirm that emotional openness is a cornerstone of strong, lasting relationships. Studies show that couples who share their feelings and vulnerabilities regularly tend to build more resilient, deeper bonds, relationships that withstand the inevitable storms of life. This connection isn't built on superficial exchanges or casual pleasantries. It's built on something much more profound. When a woman opens up to you, whether by asking for your advice, sharing personal stories, or revealing intimate details about her life, it's a clear indication that she values you and sees you as someone worth trusting. It's a sign that her attraction isn't just a passing fancy. It's rooted in something deeper, more meaningful. But here's where the wisdom of a Stoic comes into play. When she opens up, don't take it for granted. Don't dismiss her emotional sharing as simple conversation. This is the moment where you must demonstrate that you're capable of handling this level of trust. Don't just hear her words, truly listen. Show her that you understand the weight of what she's sharing with you. Respond with empathy, engage with her stories, offer comfort, and provide thoughtful insights. This is not the time to offer shallow responses or dismiss her feelings. Instead, show her that you can nurture the trust she has placed in you, reinforcing the connection between you both. It is in these moments that true attraction is nurtured. When you demonstrate that you can connect with her on a deeper emotional level, you are laying the foundation for something lasting. You are building a bond that goes beyond the superficial and creating a relationship grounded in mutual respect, trust, and understanding. In today's fast-paced world, where so many relationships are built on instant gratification and convenience, emotional openness is the key to creating lasting, meaningful connections. When she shares her vulnerabilities, see it for what it truly is, a sign that she not only values you, but trusts you deeply. Now, you must respond with the same level of openness. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." A good man is one who listens with intent, who cares with depth, and who fosters emotional connections that stand the test of time. Seize this opportunity to build something that endures. When a woman opens her heart to you, don't shy away. Embrace the moment and respond in kind. This is how real, lasting connections are made. If you've experienced this emotional openness, acknowledge it for what it is, a clear sign of her genuine attraction. Now, rise to the occasion and respond with equal wisdom and sincerity. Let's interact and grow together in wisdom. Drop a comment below and affirm, "I am a man of wisdom, building meaningful connections." Together, we can continue to deepen our understanding and connection, paving the way for relationships that stand the test of time. Sign number 4, lively discussions. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, one of the most telling signs is how she engages with you during conversations. If you find that she's eager to explore deeper, more meaningful topics, rather than sticking to the usual small talk, it's a clear indicator that she wants to connect with you on a personal level. These lively discussions are not mere exchanges of words. They serve as a bridge, creating an opportunity for both of you to understand each other more profoundly. It's almost like testing the waters for mutual compatibility and emotional resonance. She will ask questions that show genuine curiosity about your life, passions, and experiences. At the same time, she will open up about herself, sharing intimate stories in an effort to create a stronger emotional bond. This isn't just casual chit-chat. It's a space where trust and understanding can begin to flourish. What's most important here is not just the content of the conversation, but the energy and enthusiasm she brings into it. If she's truly interested in you, she will actively listen, engage with you meaningfully, and keep the conversation flowing with ease and excitement. This type of exchange creates the opportunity for a deeper connection. Research even backs this up. showing that meaningful conversations can make people feel closer to one another. So, when a woman engages with you in such discussions, she is not merely passing the time, she's emotionally investing in the possibility of forming a deeper connection. Her body language, tone of voice, and sustained focus all speak volumes about her level of interest. When she actively listens, maintains eye contact, and shares personal stories, she's telling you that she values what you have to say. In doing so, she's helping to build a bridge to emotional intimacy. A subtle yet significant part of these interactions is her body language. If she leans in slightly, keeps her posture open, and gestures as she talks, it's clear she is not just speaking into the void. She is engaged in the moment and eager to connect. It's crucial for you to reciprocate that energy by fully participating in the conversation. This is your chance to bond, to share your own experiences, and to see how your perspectives align. The more you open up, the more she feels comfortable doing the same, creating a shared vulnerability that deepens your connection. In real life, many men might miss these cues, dismissing them as just another conversation. But when a woman shows a sincere interest in getting to know you and creates space for meaningful exchange, it's an invitation to connect on a deeper level. These lively discussions are not just about trading facts. They're about creating a space where both of you can understand each other in ways that transcend the surface. Take full advantage of these moments, as they can truly enrich your relationship. If you notice this pattern, don't let it pass you by unnoticed. Engage with her and observe how your conversations grow deeper. As the great philosopher Socrates wisely said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." When someone takes the time to engage in thoughtful, meaningful conversation with you, it's a rare and precious gift, one that should be cherished. Let these discussions be the gateway to greater understanding and deeper emotional connection. You're not just talking, you're building a foundation for something more. So pay attention to the cues and take the opportunity to truly connect. Comment to remember, meaningful conversations are the bridge to deeper connections. Sign number 5. Her presence feels intentional. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, her presence in your life becomes intentional, deliberate, and impossible to ignore. It's not merely about occupying the same space. It's about her actively seeking opportunities to be near you, to engage with you, and to become a part of your world. Whether it's a casual hangout, a social gathering, or even a workplace event, she will find subtle ways to be in your vicinity. This behavior is not accidental. It's her way of signaling interest, a sign that she's actively involved in the idea of connecting with you without ever needing to put it into words. In Stoic philosophy, there's a principle that speaks to the idea of consistency. This is the idea that our actions should be aligned with our true desires and should reflect a steady, unwavering commitment to what we value most. When a woman goes out of her way to be around you, this isn't a random occurrence. It's an intentional act that speaks volumes about her deeper feelings. She wants to be part of your world, to share in your experiences, and to establish a foundation for something more meaningful. It's a form of showing interest, and although it's quiet, it's profound. She doesn't need to state her attraction because her actions speak louder than any words she could use. It's a subtle, yet powerful way to communicate that she values your presence and is eager to build a connection, even if it doesn't come across as overt or explicit. Her efforts to stay close to you signify that her feelings are not merely superficial. It's an indication that she sees you as someone worth knowing better, and she wants to be part of your life in a more consistent way. You may find her near you more often, not out of coincidence, but because she's intentionally seeking those opportunities. Whether it's joining in on conversations you're part of, participating in activities you're involved in, or simply positioning herself in ways that place her around you, she is quietly making her intentions clear. Her presence doesn't demand attention or require grand gestures. Instead, it's in the little things, the subtle decisions to be near you, to share space and time with you, in an effort to strengthen a connection. This behavior indicates that she's invested in creating moments with you, valuing the time spent together, and nurturing something more than just a casual interaction. In the grand scheme of relationships and connections, this kind of consistent, intentional effort is often one of the most telling signs of genuine attraction. It goes beyond just a fleeting interest. It reveals that she is actively working to create opportunities for the two of you to share experiences, moments, and memories. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of deliberate action in our pursuit of the things that matter most to us, whether those things are virtues, relationships, or goals. A woman who is consistently present in your life, even in small ways, is embodying this principle. She's showing you that she values you and wants to see where this connection can lead. So the next time you notice her gravitating toward you without it being a coincidence, recognize that this isn't just about chance. It's about a calculated effort to build something meaningful. Her actions speak volumes more than words ever could, and they reflect a deeper commitment than simply being in the same room. If you've noticed a woman intentionally seeking your presence, it's no accident. It's a sign of deeper interest. And if you recognize this subtle yet powerful signal, drop a comment right now. I value meaningful connections. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, consistency in action reveals true intent. Sign number 6, the lingering glance. Have you ever caught someone's eyes across a room, only to feel their gaze hold just a moment longer than you'd expect? This isn't a mere coincidence. It's one of the clearest and most powerful signs that a woman is secretly attracted to you. Eye contact, after all, is a primal and intimate form of communication that transcends words, often conveying what the mind hesitates to acknowledge. When a woman's eyes linger on yours, it's not just idle curiosity or casual observation. This prolonged gaze signifies a deeper emotional pull. Studies reveal that prolonged eye contact can create a sense of closeness and intimacy, which naturally draws people together. It's a silent signal of attraction, a bridge that connects two individuals beyond the surface level. While we may consciously believe that words or actions are the primary ways to express feelings, the eyes, often described as the windows to the soul, reveal what words cannot. This glance isn't simply a fleeting moment. The act of holding eye contact triggers a biological and emotional response that can't easily be controlled. When someone is intrigued or attracted to another, their pupils dilate involuntarily, a natural and unspoken reaction to the stimulus of attraction. It's one of those subtle, involuntary gestures that betray the heart's true emotions. As she locks eyes with you, she's revealing an emotional investment that runs deeper than simple politeness. But it doesn't stop with the eyes. When a woman is attracted, the lingering glance is often accompanied by small, telling movements, perhaps a faint smile, a subtle raise of the eyebrows, or a gentle tilt of the head. These actions align with the gaze, forming a silent language that speaks volumes about her interest. It's as if her body is attempting to engage with yours, to gauge your reaction, to find out if you feel the same magnetic pull she's experiencing. In everyday life, such moments happen often, but they are so easy to overlook. Men, in particular, may miss these subtle signals, often dismissing a lingering glance as unimportant or passing. But let's not make that mistake. These are not just idle looks. They are opportunities to connect on a deeper level. When you notice a woman holding your gaze a little longer than usual, take a moment to pause and acknowledge what's happening. This is not just about her eyes. It's about a shared moment, a silent invitation to establish something meaningful. If you've ever noticed this sign in your life, remember, you're not just experiencing an innocent glance. It's a profound moment of unspoken communication, one that holds the potential for connection if you choose to embrace it. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Don't overthink the moment. Instead, embrace it. The next time someone locks eyes with you, take a breath, connect with that gaze, and let it guide you. I encourage you to reflect on this experience. Have you ever caught a woman looking at you with that lingering gaze? And if so, how did you respond? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's explore together how these seemingly small moments can reveal so much more than we realize. Trust in the power of these subtle signs. They're a natural part of human connection, and understanding them will unlock doors you may have never known existed. If you've noticed a lingering glance from a woman, take it as more than just a casual moment. It's a sign of attraction, a deeper connection waiting to be explored. Don't let these powerful, silent signals slip by unnoticed. Embrace them, and let them guide you towards something meaningful. If you've experienced this, comment below with, "I'm ready to recognize the unspoken signs of attraction." Let's dive deeper into the power of these moments together. Sign number 7. Polite interactions. When a woman secretly likes you, one of the most powerful yet subtle signs of her attraction lies in the way she interacts with you, specifically through polite and thoughtful engagement. But this isn't just basic courtesy. It's a reflection of her genuine interest in you, who you are, and what you stand for. This is more than her simply making small talk or offering surface-level niceties. It's a deeper investment in your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. She listens intently to what you say, asks questions to understand you better, and remembers details you've shared in past conversations, small things that might seem insignificant to others, but she holds them dear because they matter to her. A truly interested woman will take the time to inquire about your passions, hobbies, and past experiences, not just to fill the silence, but because she genuinely wants to know you on a deeper level. She'll recall these details in future conversations, indicating that you're on her mind, even when you're not present. This level of attention is rare and often overlooked, but it's a clear indicator of someone who values you beyond a superficial level. Polite interactions from a woman who's attracted to you will often go hand in hand with respectful behaviors that reflect a deeper emotional investment. It might show itself in the way she maintains steady eye contact with you, signaling that she's not just hearing your words, but actively engaging with them. She will connect with you on subjects that truly matter to you, asking insightful questions about your worldview and your deeper values. In these moments, she's not simply being polite, she's demonstrating genuine curiosity and a desire to know you as an individual, not just as a casual acquaintance. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In the same way, the depth and quality of your interactions with others can shape the future of any connection. Now, in real life, this behavior might manifest itself in the small ways she interacts with you, how she engages in your conversations. Does she seem enthusiastic when you speak? Or is she distracted and disengaged? Does she pay attention to what you say, or does she look elsewhere, signaling a lack of interest? These signs are all critical in understanding her true feelings. A woman who is genuinely attracted to you won't just be polite. She will show respect by making you feel heard and valued. It's in the steady eye contact, the thoughtful questions, and the active participation in your conversations. This level of attention isn't something to overlook. It's a rare and powerful form of affection that lays the foundation for a deeper connection. When she treats you with kindness, shows an eagerness to learn more about you, and remembers the smallest details, it's not a mere formality. It's a reflection of her growing attraction and her desire to build something real with you. The depth of her respect and engagement is a sign of emotional investment, and if you're able to recognize it, you're in the position to take the relationship to a deeper level. So, if you're noticing this form of respectful interaction, don't let it pass by unnoticed. Lean into it and use it as an opportunity to engage with her on a more meaningful level. As Marcus Aurelius teaches, the quality of your life, and by extension your relationships, depends on the quality of your interactions. Recognize the signs, embrace the connection, and allow the relationship to evolve in the direction it's meant to. Remember, these small gestures speak louder than words. Take note and cherish them. If you've noticed this kind of respectful attention in your interactions with a woman, it's more than just politeness. It's her way of telling you that she values you, and it's a clear invitation to build something more substantial. So, what do you think? Have you experienced this kind of respectful attention? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's dive into the conversation. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. Sign number 8. Unsaid praises. In the intricate dance of attraction, many men find themselves questioning whether a woman's actions are a sign of genuine affection or merely politeness. This uncertainty can be resolved through the lens of Stoic wisdom, which teaches us to observe, not just hear, the unspoken cues in our relationships. One of the most subtle yet powerful signs of a woman's attraction to you is what I call unsaid praises, those silent expressions of admiration that go beyond mere words. Imagine the moments when her admiration for you doesn't take the form of a compliment, but rather in the way she listens, watches, and responds to your presence. It's in her smile when you speak passionately about your work, the approving nod when you share a story of your achievements, or the way her eyes light up when you walk into a room. These small, almost imperceptible gestures are her way of praising you without uttering a single word. The power of these silent praises lies in their authenticity. They are born from a place of genuine respect and admiration, not from social convention or obligation. In today's world, these unsaid praises often get overlooked. But as a man guided by Stoic principles, you must learn to read the hidden language of admiration. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. It's in these simple, powerful moments that a woman reveals her feelings through her gaze, her body language, and the way she listens. These gestures are far more telling than any verbal compliment because they reflect deep respect and admiration that words alone cannot capture. Think about this. When she smiles at you with genuine warmth, not because she's being polite, but because she values what you've just shared, she's not just being courteous, she's silently acknowledging your strength and wisdom. These unsaid praises are the foundation of attraction. They are the unsung moments that define the connection between you and her. And these moments, though subtle, are far more potent than grand gestures because they are sincere and come from the heart. In the fast-paced, noise-filled world we live in, it's easy to miss these signals. However, as a Stoic man, you must train yourself to see beyond the surface, to listen to the quiet signals that others may overlook. This is where your true strength lies, not in chasing after empty flattery, but in understanding the language of silent admiration. When you learn to recognize these unspoken cues, you not only honor her feelings, but you also strengthen the connection between you both. So, when you catch her giving you that extra moment of attention, or when she talks about your success with a sparkle in her eye, understand that these are not mere coincidences. They are the signs of deeper emotions that she may not express openly, but that are no less meaningful. You, as a Stoic, must learn to appreciate these moments without overanalyzing them, acknowledge them, respond with gratitude, and maintain your quiet confidence. Remember, as Seneca said, the greatest wealth is to live content with little. The same holds true in relationships. The most powerful connections are not forged through grand gestures, but through these quiet, meaningful exchanges. So the next time she gives you a silent nod of approval or a smile that speaks volumes, recognize it for what it truly is, an unspoken praise, a reflection of her respect and attraction. Embrace these moments, and in doing so, you build a deeper, more genuine bond. If you resonate with the wisdom of silent admiration, drop a comment right now. I recognize the power of unspoken praise. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remind yourself daily, true strength lies in understanding the silence that speaks volumes. Sign number 9. She shows interest in your well-being. One of the most undeniable signs that a woman is secretly drawn to you is when she shows a true and consistent interest in your well-being. This goes far beyond polite or casual exchanges about your day or health. It's a deeper, more sincere connection, where she genuinely cares about your emotional, physical, and mental state. You might notice that she asks not just how your day went, but whether you're feeling all right when something seems off, or that she's keenly observant when you're feeling down, making sure to check in on you. These thoughtful gestures of empathy are more than mere pleasantries. They reveal a level of affection that transcends simple kindness. When a woman is truly attracted to you, she'll show concern not just for the superficial, but for the very essence of who you are, seeking your happiness, health, and overall well-being. It's an indication that she doesn't just enjoy spending time with you, she wants to be sure you're flourishing in all aspects of life. And that's something far more valuable than anything money can buy. This type of care doesn't happen out of obligation or politeness. It stems from a deeper desire to nurture the bond between the two of you. She's not just being friendly or courteous, she's trying to create a connection that's grounded in genuine affection. She values you as a person and wants to ensure that you're not just surviving, but thriving in life. In fact, the ancient Stoics, whose philosophy emphasized the pursuit of virtues like kindness, empathy, and understanding, would argue that such interactions are opportunities to practice and demonstrate these virtues in their purest form. When a woman shows care for your well-being, she is, in essence, practicing one of the most fundamental Stoic virtues, caring for others without expecting anything in return. This is more than a fleeting emotional reaction. It's a sign of a deeper, long-term interest in building something meaningful. The key here is to understand that these signs, asking about your day in detail, offering help when you're in need, or checking in when she senses something's off, aren't just random acts of friendship. They carry a much heavier weight. They reveal her emotional investment. These actions are rooted in an emotional care that is aimed at forming a connection based on mutual respect and understanding, and they often signal the beginning of a deeper, more emotionally rich relationship. What's even more significant is that these actions go hand in hand with the Stoic principles of attentiveness and presence. Instead of simply seeking her own fulfillment, a woman who demonstrates interest in your well-being is focused on your needs as well. It's a balance that reflects maturity and emotional intelligence, something that goes far beyond the superficial exchanges often found in relationships. In today's fast-paced world, where interactions can feel rushed and disconnected, this type of genuine care can seem rare. Yet, it's one of the most important signs to look for if you're navigating relationships in modern life. In a world that values instant gratification and shallow connections, recognizing and appreciating these subtle yet powerful gestures of care is crucial. It's not just about what she says or does in the moment, but the ongoing support she provides as she ensures that you're not just physically present, but emotionally nurtured. So when you find a woman who goes the extra mile to make sure you're okay, understand that it's not just out of courtesy, it's a profound expression of attraction and respect. Pay attention to these signs, because they lay the groundwork for something much deeper and more fulfilling in your connection with her. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found these insights valuable. Remember, attraction often reveals itself through the smallest gestures, a smile, a touch, or a lingering glance. Now that you know what to look for, take these signs and respond with confidence. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who could benefit. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more wisdom on attraction, confidence, and Stoic principles that can transform your relationships. Engage with us in the comments below. I am a high-value man. By recognizing these subtle signs, you'll unlock a deeper understanding of the dynamics at play and handle them with poise. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.